Feels nice, doesn't it? Yeah, back at it on a Monday morning, wiping the goo out of our eyes and ready to have some fun. It's Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Denver's Mix 100, broadcasting live out of Lone Tree and live on YouTube. If you want to click that on right now, just search Mix 100 Denver. Brought to you by our good friends at Safeway. And make sure you pop by the station's website today, mix100.com. Get all the information about Mix 100's Diamond Dive, where we're hooking up one lucky mom with a $10,000 diamond ring for Mother's Day. All the deets, mix100.com. What's up, Avs fans?
What's going on?
Why you gotta be like that?
Avs faithful, thank you very much.
Yeah, you guys are pretty bummed this morning, huh?
Well,
Josh, how are you doing? Is
I
everything
got
okay?
over it. Yeah.
You doing all right?
It's fine. I had a day to mope around.
Okay,
and
good.
Whine.
Good, because I know you're the biggest hockey fan around.
Jared, there's
so.
always next year, bud.
You know,
there's always next year.
season, right?
Especially
Always
with the
next year.
captain back.
Game of
Yeah.
Nice and
inches.
healthy.
Yeah,
Game
that was a
of
cool
inches.
moment. That was probably the highlight for all the Avs fans out there. And it was really cool how many people around the sports world in the NHL also congratulated him. The Dallas Stars, I know we all hate them right now, but they did make a post pretty much about Gabe yesterday, and they said, hey, congrats to Gabe, Landeskog coming back. The NHL is better with you in it. So I thought that was actually really cool. So I think that's...
So sweet.
Wow, that's really powerful stuff. That's really
cute.
good stuff.
Hey, man, when you think about taking 3 years off of work and working back to get
hold
back
on,
in
let
there.
me think about that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let me
No,
think
no,
about
because
that.
it's not a
Can we
vacation.
make it 4?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
4 years?
I should have said that.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of that, I got kind of irritated yesterday. We switched over to a new pay system here at work, and I went on there yesterday, finally logged into it and set my, password and all that crap, and there's probably 10 hours of vacation time missing.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What's that all about?
They got to move that over or something. I don't know what's going on. but-
I know, but we've had, I was looking like 4 paychecks since the move.
Just
I
about,
don't know
yeah.
why it hasn't moved yet. But it did poof, gone, disappeared.
Mhm.
There's going to be a harshly worded email.
Yeah,
I have,
right?
zero, I have
today.
0. I checked mine today, and I have 0. So
Oh, well.
don't know what's going on there.
Oh, no. Where's our vacation time?
what's
Wait
going
a
on
second.
there.
Another harshly worded email coming to HR.
I haven't
today.
even logged into that new
You might
site.
want to take a peek
might
at
wanna
that.
look,
I
yeah.
know.
Because
I'm
I
probably
was
gonna-
like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, well, there goes 10 hours of vacation.
Very interesting.
Interesting. Anyway, it was a good weekend. It started off on Friday night. We, believe it or not, had a little HOA dinner, which is always pretty darn fun, actually. It's all of us who are manning the HOA in our neighborhood. We meet at this little Mexican food restaurant and down pitchers of margaritas. And
There you go.
It was really good, you guys. It was really,
Yeah.
really good. And then we left there and just went right down the road, and it was just me and Nick Knack, and we had a little beer at Lariat Lodge.
Oh,
I
had
love
our-
that place, man.
Yeah, it's where we had our little toy drive in
Yes.
December. Yeah, we sat at the bar, and it was maybe 9 o'clock, and she had a beer, and I had a beer, and we both looked at each other about halfway through our beers and said, I'm tired. You want to go home?
This is done.
That's the best.
And she's
Oh,
like, yeah, I want to go home.
that's the best, man. That's being in a relationship.
It's something. It's
Yeah.
Friday night at 9 o'clock, and we're like, "Brr," half a beer, and we're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's time to go home.
But Friday's hard. It's one thing
It
if you're
is
out
hard.
Saturday, you got a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
sleep over, the night and whatnot. But Fridays, you've
Fridays
worked
are
all
hard.
week.
Yeah.
It's like the end of a very hard week that we had. So I get it. I get one.
Well, on Friday night, you've been up for 16 hours.
Many
at that
hours
point,
at
something
that
like
point,
That. Like,
so-
Exactly.
Let's go
Ugh.
take a nap. Let's go to bed.
It's
Yeah.
sleep at that point, but yes.
And then, Katy, you would have been happy. Nicole talked me into doing a little hike yesterday. We went to
Oh.
Laro the Bear in just up Morrison, about
Yeah.
4 or 5 miles back in there. It is a nice little hike, super easy, but we got out before Noah's flood hits us this week and
Yeah.
got some sun and took the kiddos out, and it was quite nice.
It was so nice out yesterday. I actually got to go on a walk each and every day, like this past 5 days, I think.
Wow,
ever
look
since
at
it,
you,
well,
walking.
since it got sunny out again because of the same thing. I knew that we had this like snow Marinageddon coming our way tomorrow and then all week. So I was like, I want to be outside as much as I can before that hits, But how was it up there in Morrison? I bet it was beautiful.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
It was packed out that arse, but
Was it?
I
yeah,
don't
because the
like
state has
that.
too many people in it.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't even park in the parking lot. We had to park like a mile up the road on the side of the road where people are
Are you
zipping
serious?
by.
So everybody knows rain Mageddon is
Yeah.
coming.
Well, it's just we had too many
Yeah.
people living here, so we had to walk back down in, and just a lot of kids and stuff. There was of course, the big signs that say mountain lions were in the area. So that's the only reason I liked having so many people around, like going on the trails ahead of us and everything, because the mountain lion will eat them.
You just have to
Yes.
run faster
Not
than them.
us.
He'll be full by the
Exactly.
time you get there.
Yeah,
yeah.
scare it away
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But how was your guys' weekend? What'd you do, Josh?
It was good. I actually did something that I thought you guys would get a kick out of. So Jeremy likes to make fun of how I just don't read on the show. And I went to a used bookstore with a friend of mine.
Did you get lost?
I did. I got I was like, what are these things? No, but the funny part about it, we went to this place called Colorado Used Bookstore, which is right in Englewood, right off of Arapahoe, right up here. And the funniest thing that happened to me was when I went there, we're looking at all these books, and my friend, she is just like crazy bookie. Like she loves all these books, so she was in like heaven. But for me, I found the little tiny nook of old DVDs. And guess what I found? I found the trilogy. This is like gold for me. I found the trilogy of the Star Wars Family Guy DVDs from
Oh.
2010 in perfect condition, Jeremy,
All right.
for $10.
Done.
So
and take my
I
money
bought
now.
These Star Wars Family Guy DVDs from a bookstore, a used bookstore, and I just thought that was a hilarious little thing because I
Don't read.
don't read, and I found these DVDs at a bookstore and I bought them, and they're so cute. It's all this little
That's
decorated
super
Star
cute.
Wars
Yeah.
bookstore thing.
And that was yesterday you did that?
we did that
On
yesterday
May the 4th?
on May the 4th. So it was like
it was a sign.
it.
It
the
needed to
perfect
happen.
thing. And then I
Then
was-
you slept with her.
well, no. I watched my Family Guy DVDs, and
They
then
had dinner first.
Dinner
Yeah, we did.
first, and then she was like, "You're buying what?"
Perfect
Well,
gentleman,
I
yeah.
thought I was gonna sleep with you.
Perfect
but-
gentleman, Jeremy. No, and then we had the huge, a Nuggets and Avs watch party with a couple of my buddies and stuff, and we're really happy to start the night and really sad to finish the night. And it was a good
Yeah.
weekend, though, man. It was a lot of hanging out with good friends, good times and stuff like
Good.
that. So it
And
was
you
fun.
were there, Katie. You were at the
I was.
game.
Yes.
I pulled up
Yeah.
some Instagrams
Yeah.
while I was watching. I was like, "Whoa, Katie's at the game!"
Yes,
How'd you land those tickets?
Well, because one of my best friends works directly with the team. She's the brand manager for the Nuggets.
Oh.
And so she won their company, employee pool like we do, where we get to enter for Nuggets tickets. They do the same thing. So she won hers. Her son couldn't go, and she was already working it. So she's like, hey, do you want to go to Game 7? I'm like,
And before she finished the
yes.
question, Katie was like,
Yes. Well, and I don't typically like to go to those high energy, like anxious games because I get so anxious. But my best friend could come with me, my other best friend, and she knew if things got crazy, we were leaving. Like we were not staying for Game
Would you
7.
really have
if
left?
the Nuggets got behind when it happened last season against Minnesota, I left 5 minutes early because I knew they were going to lose.
You
and I
let it
couldn't-
affect you that
I
much?
could not be in that building with all those T-Wolves fans when they won.
my
I
gosh.
couldn't.
Not
It was
this time, though.
Yeah, not this
Not
time.
this
Satan.
time.
But yeah, no, I definitely was able to stay the whole game because it was an awesome game.
because they were up by
They were-
30.
They were up pretty much the whole time. And
How
it's
crazy
funny,
was it in there?
It was so crazy.
I bet. It was so loud.
so loud.
It was
and
like a
everybody
party.
was in such a good mood. And the crazy thing, I posted this in our story actually, there were so many people watching the Avs game on their phone while at Ball Arena
Oh, that's so
watching
funny.
the
As they
Nuggets
should.
game. It was so that kept it anxious. Like
Yeah,
watching
ugh.
the Avs was still very eek, So, but our seats, I'd never sat here, Jeremy. Our seats were the very last row in Ball Arena.
Your back
Up
is
top?
literally against
I'm
the
not-
wall.
Oh yeah, I've been up there before.
Yeah,
It's
so-
so high, isn't it?
It is
so high.
I was getting like altitude sickness a little bit, just like looking down.
It's a little unsettling. Like I
Yeah.
feel like if you take one wrong step while you're up there, you're gonna
Yes.
tumble down to the court.
And that's the
gosh.
time when you have to hang on to the hand railing. No matter how old you are hanging on to that
Yes.
railing when you come down
Well,
those stairs.
That's because at that point it's so steep.
It's
yeah.
so
And luckily you're
steep.
not a drinker, so you
No.
were fine.
Oh god.
Exactly.
You were fine.
We didn't
Can you
tumble down
imagine?
Had
those
your
stairs.
Sprite.
I think the alcohol hits you harder when you're up at that
It
altitude.
does. It does.
What
but
what kind of snacks did you have? Did you have
ooh,
anything?
I had a chicken sandwich, French fries, a cookie, and some chips. I know.
roller down the steps.
I thought she was going to say, like, oh, we got popcorn.
No.
You weren't
Like,
drunk,
no,
but you're
no.
going to just have
I
a
was
fat and
hungry.
sugar
Four-course
crash.
meal. Well, you hiked up to the top, so yeah.
I eat when I'm nervous, and I was really nervous for this game. So we threw down.
Poor people sitting next to her. They're like, oh my God.
I was just
This
like-
woman's eating
like,
again.
French fries,
Yum, yum.
chips,
Yum,
French
yum.
fries,
Yum,
chips.
yum, yum.
No wonder you walked all
No
weekend.
wonder you're single.
I know. Well, there are other reasons for that, but
Oh my
you know,
gosh, that's fun.
that's
Well,
probably
good.
part
I'm glad
of
you
it.
had fun. I was super
did.
jealous. I really was, actually.
Go Nuggets!
Yeah, it's a great game.
It was a great game.
All right, the fun's going to continue. We've got a trending report coming up for you guys here in just a few minutes. Rocky Mountain National Park is going to make an appearance. Some breweries will make an appearance. And how about this little doggy who was out on a ledge? Oh, he will also make an appearance.
Yes.
Coming up with JKJ during the trending report. It is time for a first check of traffic. Go ahead, Aaron. Woo-wee. Denver's best music, Mix 100 with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh in the morning. Happy Monday. Thanks for having us on as you get ready for your work day, your school day, or your yoga day, whatever the heck you're doing. If you want to take Mix 100 with you wherever you go, just download that app. It's Mix 100 Denver in the App Store. Put in Denver, and you can throw that on your phone or your tablet and take us with you wherever you go today. And you're going to want to be listening all morning because we're going to get a couple more moms qualified for the Mix 100 Diamond Dive, where one of our lucky moms that has been qualified is going to get a $10,000 diamond ring. Good God. We saw this thing. It is massive. It's a good-looking ring. But the way you get it is you're going to dive into a big old cake, 10-foot by 10-foot cake, to try to find this ring. It's going to be quite the spectacle. We are super excited. That's going on this Saturday, actually, up at Winner's Circle Entertainment Center in Longmont. So be listening. We'll get a couple more moms qualified this morning here with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. I got to tell you guys, speaking of that app, there is this little microphone button down in the corner that you can click on and record voice messages, and it goes right to us during the show. There were a couple that came in over the weekend that were pretty darn cute. Listen to this kid right here. I got to play this one.
Oh my gosh!
I love that he's so concerned about our weekend plans.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
Adorable.
We should be on the radio. Enjoy your weekends.
I know. Go do the fun things you like. Like, how sweet is that? Oh, it's so cute.
Pretty darn cute. So
Oh my
your
gosh.
kiddos can send us voice messages too. Just tap that app, the little microphone button on there, and boom, comes right to our emails. Kind of cute, huh?
Enjoy your time off.
Hilarious. On to weekends.
That's so cute. Oh,
Cute
we
kid.
love
Oh my gosh,
you
that's
too.
adorable.
Super cute kid. Hey, I should ask. We didn't get to it. How was your date this weekend? Didn't you have a date with the guy that you were all? Your body was feeling it.
Yeah, my body.
Your body was
not.
feeling it the
My
first time.
Body was not feeling it the
Oh,
second
no.
time.
Oh,
Like,
no.
it was just so different, and I don't know if I just had too much time to think about it. I don't know if I let too many people give me their opinion about it. I don't know what it was, honestly. I do feel like maybe it's a part of me that's just not ready for the whole dating thing. There were things about him too that I didn't enjoy, but I did like after the end of the date. He continued to message me like immediately after the date ended on Friday. He messaged me and was like, "What are you doing tomorrow night? You want to go out for dinner?" And I was just like, and I actually told him, you know, tomorrow night is my one day for just me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take that. I need some me time. And he was like, I totally respect that. I respect
Then you went to the
that
Nuggets
you want to
game?
take. I know I went to the Nuggets game. But
Does he follow you on
Wait a second.
Instagram?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't. But I didn't want to
You're like,
tell him
huh.
I had tickets because then he would think that I was going to invite him, right?
Oh,
so
gosh.
I didn't want to tell
So
him
why
that.
did this fizzle out? Since
And-
your body was so in love the first time.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, again, we had talked about some of the things I just didn't like, and then more things started to appear that I just didn't like. He started to
Okay.
remind me of somebody. You know when you like, it clicks and you're
yeah.
like, that's who you remind me of.
Was it me?
Oh, I don't like it. Like, no, it wasn't
Oh,
you.
okay, good.
But it just immediately was like, oh, gosh.
Yeah.
You know, but again, after that, I said, I need my me time. He then texted me immediately after that, like, ooh, I went and got hiking shoes for our next date. And I was like, okay, cool.
Holy
I
crap.
didn't.
Did you flat out tell him it's not going to happen?
I didn't text him back then. The next day, he texted me again the next morning, like, go Nuggets. Oh, I hope you're enjoying your day. Da, da, da. And I was
Oh,
like,
geez.
and again, I have not answered him back.
That's
so now
overbearing.
it's like 4 texts that
Yeah.
are unanswered on his end. And I'm like, okay. So I finally messaged him and I was like, hey, I just wanted to, sorry, it's taken me a while to respond, but I'm
But I
kind of
hate
just,
you.
I'm not feeling it.
But I hate
I was like, I'm not feeling it. You know, I'm just not into dating right now. I don't want you to take this personal. And I did enjoy our time that we spent together. So thank you so much. This homie texts me back. I
boy.
am not kidding you. He says, thank you for your honesty. I was feeling the same way. I just didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Good for him. Throw
All
it
the
right back
best.
at you.
I know, Josh.
Throw it right. I love that he did that.
That's what I said.
He's like,
I was
Sam,
like,
I was just being
okay,
nice.
I know.
Good
I
for
was
him.
Like, it's
So this guy
it's
bought
fine.
shoes to not hurt your feelings?
I'm
It's
with him.
fine. It's fine.
I'm with him because
You know
he
what,
heard,
Katie?
he
Let
heard
him.
Katie
Let
talking
him.
about how her
Let
body
them.
felt like it was right. They had touched knees and she got all Twitter pated.
Yeah.
This was the guy that was going to break the 17-month dry spell. I would have
Now
said
we
the same
No.
thing back.
Keep on trucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wasn't
exactly.
feeling it either.
Not just anybody gets to break that chair.
Good
like you
for
gotta
him.
come in
I
with
know, good
something.
for him.
You know, good for him.
Good for
What
him.
about
I
You were-
like that.
You were
like-
leading
I
this
like
guy
that.
on from the
about me?
beginning.
No, I was not.
My
That's
body
not fair.
felt it. My
That's
body
not
wants
fair.
this man.
I have never not liked a girl and bought boots to go hiking with her so
thank
that I
you.
could not like her some
Like, I'll
more.
hike with my
I
new
know.
girlfriend, not you.
Yes.
That is
Like-
hilarious.
We'll go carve our initials into a tree.
Good for
You
him.
can go do it.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
fine.
Well, thank you for the update.
You're welcome.
Guess your body wasn't feeling it anymore.
Not that
Katie, I'm
second
happy
time.
for. I think you made the right
Thank
choice.
you.
I'm gonna be
Thank
honest.
you.
I think you made the right.
Yes, because
I think you're missing out on a great game.
I don't think so.
No,
I
I'm
don't-
gonna.
My body shuddered at that second
Yeah.
date, so I listened to my body.
All
There
right.
you go, Katie.
Okay,
I'm happy
all right,
for you.
well, let's
Thank
make
you,
it
Josh.
18 months then.
Thank
let's,
you.
Let's do it. What else is trending this morning besides Katie's loins? Happy Cinco de Mayo!
Hey, that is
Here we
today.
go. 70% of Americans plan to celebrate by eating Mexican food and drinking margaritas.
Absolutely.
It's the way it should be.
Yes.
I had a picture of margaritas this weekend.
Oh, so you celebrated
so
early.
Good. So good. I love margaritas so much.
Yummy.
I also want to tell you, Lady Gaga had that concert over the weekend. Did you see it? It was in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
2.1 million people were at it.
Crazy.
For Lady Gaga?
2.1
Yeah.
million
Oh
people.
no! People are
For
talking
Stephanie?
about her show. She debuted it at Coachella, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening?" So the fact that she was able to actually debut the concert itself, people can't stop talking. She is a performer, though. Lady
She is.
Gaga
She is, man.
She can
It's beautiful
sing
voice.
too.
top
She can
notch.
sing like a all
Like
Singer.
what?
singers
Like
Sing
a
like what?
singer.
I was gonna
Like
say
all the
something else.
singers in the world?
I was gonna say something else and I stopped myself. She can sing really well. She's
She
a really
can.
good singer. Yeah.
She sure can.
Mhm.
There's a new way to tell if a celebrity is taking Ozempic. I guess this dermatologist is out and about making the rounds on Instas. You get something called Ozempic mouth, where there's so much volume loss in the face, you get a ton of lines, wrinkles, sagging skin, and jowls around the mouth. Oh my God.
It's not good to lose a bunch of weight all at once, isn't it? Like you got to kind of do it
No, yeah,
You gotta
gradually.
lift
gradually,
and
right?
tighten.
Especially if you're a little heavier. Yeah.
He said examples: Whoopi Goldberg, Sharon Osbourne, Rebel Wilson, and there were some pictures of them online, and they got the Ozempic mouth, but whatever. They're probably healthier though, without all that fat
Yeah,
on them.
well,
Oh,
that's the
speaking
thing.
of fat, let me give you Fat America. There is a secret menu item at Mickey D's: a cotton candy Sprite.
What?
Order a Sprite and ask them to add 3 pumps of French vanilla syrup. And
not
anyone who tries it says it tastes just like cotton candy. It's gone viral over the weekend. It sounds ridiculously sweet. You're going to have to shoot up some Ozempic after you
Yeah.
take it.
Oh my gosh.
They say this hack has been floating around for a while on TikTok, but for some reason it picked up some steam again this weekend. But it's the cotton candy Sprite hack from Mickey D's.
I love
I'd try it.
Sprite.
I would try it.
I know.
I
Like,
love Sprite.
Why not?
It's
I
my
love 3
favorite.
pumps of French vanilla syrup, so
Yeah.
this is
There
a
you
perfect
go.
combination. You just put that right in my mouth. All right, Katie, what's trending locally?
Oh, well, first off, just thank you, Avs faithful, and thank you, Colorado Avalanche. Their season did come to an end Saturday night in Dallas. I know, but
fine.
still, the captain came back. It was a good season. Can't wait
You know what I
until
did?
next year.
I broke out the Avalanche championship ring that we had, and I stared at it for a
Yes.
little bit, and I was like, you know what? I feel better.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
you're like, it's okay.
feel
We've got
better.
a couple.
It's all
Hey,
good.
the Nuggets did win their Game 7, no problem.
Such a
So,
good game. I even watched it.
It was
Did you
such
really?
I
Like,
did.
you're not kidding? You're not
No,
blowing
I
our legs?
watched it.
It was a good game.
Such a good game.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and if they play that way against the Thunder, I say we've got a chance against OKC. And
Yes.
Game 1 goes down tonight. Tip-off set for 7:30. Let's go,
Let's go
Nuggets. it. Okay, this is also a really good look for Colorado. 16 Colorado breweries won awards at
Now
the
we're
World
talking.
Beer Cup 2025. Yeah. So that wrapped up Thursday in Indianapolis. It is called the Olympics of Beer. That's kind of how they describe this event. So in total, 21 beers from 16 Colorado breweries, 15 of which are independent craft breweries, received gold, silver, and bronze medals in a lot of different categories out
Good
there.
for
So
them.
the gold-winning breweries were Verboten Brewing, Cellar West, New Terrain Brewing Company, Mash Lab Brewing, Blue Moon Brewing, and Avery Brewing Company, all taking home
I like
gold
Avery.
medals. I like
Yeah.
Avery too.
Avery's good.
Yeah, I did like
They
Avery.
got
and
the
then
White Rascal.
silver
good.
and bronze as well. But again, that was 21 beers picking up awards.
Look at us. We
the
like to get drunk.
World Beer Cup. Well, we know that about Colorado, right? Like people like their beer here.
They drink and hike.
Exactly.
Yep, there we
So
go.
it's healthy because
Yeah.
when you drink,
It's healthy.
It is. When you drink on top of a mountain, you're doing okay.
That's how a lot of us get lost on those mountains.
It's okay.
They're drunk.
I want to go to the New Terrain one. We should try to get a happy hour there. That's up like in the
Ooh.
Golden area.
Yes.
Yes.
We need to get on that.
I'm down.
All right.
Deal.
I'll send a harshly worded email.
There you go. That's 3. We're up to
I know
3
you've got a
today.
couple
Yeah.
of those to write today, so
Yeah.
better get on
That
it.
one looks good.
Hey, speaking of going up into the mountains, so Rocky Mountain National Park, their timed entry permits were released. So that means, again, the Rocky Mountain National Park, you have to get a permit to go hike there this summer. This is good May 23rd through October 13th. So if you're going to go hiking up there at RMNP, you're going to need one of these permits. They started this last year. I understand why we need to because we have to take care of the nice things
There's too
we
many
have.
people here, that's
There's
why.
Too many people, and that's the thing is when you have these people who also don't follow the 1 in, 1 out trail rule. A lot of people
Pack it in, pack it
Yeah,
out.
well, no, a lot of people will only go like halfway up a trail and then they'll turn around and come back down that same trail. A lot of times they're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to finish the trail all the way around. That way you're
What if
not.
you get tired?
What
though?
if you're
But
tired?
I know,
don't like
but
that rule.
then don't do the
CP.
trail because that's the thing is you're
Well, that's
making
not nice.
but you're ruining the trail. That's why it's 1 in, 1 out. One
not
way
ruining
in,
How are you ruining
one
the
way
trail?
out.
I have a
People are
question.
still walking
How are you
on it.
ruining the trail?
Because you walk
Because you
on
turn
it.
around.
That is it.
And when you turn around, you do this little spin and it digs in the dirt.
You do realize that
And if enough
walking
people
on
do that,
things ruins it,
all the-
right?
all the
and
dirt
that's
will
what
be
we're
gone.
saying. We're saying
Dirt.
now, but that's but okay.
On a trail
Clearly you two
designated
don't-
for walking.
Clearly, you two don't hike a whole lot because
Clearly,
this
we
is
just find this ridiculous.
1 in, 1 out, so you're not ruining the trail for everybody else. Those trails have to be mitigated and controlled, and also
So the
kept
trail
up to
stays
speed.
pristine if you're only going in one direction on it.
Yeah, there's only one. Because again, if you go one way the
Yes.
whole way, you're not coming back out that same way. So that same trail, it's one path. Well, now you have 2 paths on that trail because somebody's coming
What if you're
back
walking
down
on
it.
the same path,
No, you're not.
the other
you're not-
direction? Yeah, you would be.
That's why these timed entry permits exist.
I
is
just- I have-
because people
so what
are
if you
not.
get the timed entry,
right.
you go halfway on the trail, and you still get tired, and you're like, I can't make it. I'm going to turn around.
You're ruining the trail. Don't do the hike if
So what's
you
the point
can't
of the
go all
timed
the way
entry, then?
in and out. It's so only so many people
But
are
my
on the
car's at the
trail at the
beginning of
same
the
What if you
time.
trip and fall
My
down and
car's at the
Why
hurt
are
beginning
you
of
your
making
the
this
trail.
harder?
I'm just
Like,
curious,
Why are you
like-
making this
Because
harder
I
for
don't
me?
think it ruins dirt.
I don't understand
back on
the
it.
problem right now. I'm
Hold on.
just trying to tell you
I have
about
to-
why you need permits up in the mountains.
If I were to fall down a quarter way through and I
Someone
can't make
will
it the
get
whole
you,
way,
or
can
they'll
I,
leave you
You
there.
Am
have
I
to be
not
airlifted
allowed-
because God forbid you walk back on
so
that
I'm
trail.
just supposed to lay there and die.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is good because then you decompose on the trail and that
Right.
brings new life to
and
the
then
New
I don't
life.
have to have this conversation
Which is
again.
good.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
a good
Katie
thing.
hopes
just
you die
the
on the
logic
trail.
behind it is so stupid.
Well, you
it's not.
don't
There's
hike.
nothing against you. I know
No,
it's,
but
you're
you
very
don't
passionate.
hike, so you
I
don't
hiked
get
this
it.
weekend.
I know,
hikes-
one time.
I think Jeremy hikes a lot.
I do
out of
hike
all
a
of
lot.
us.
I
so
do hike
if
a
you
lot.
did, you'd understand this. You'd understand why you're supposed to stay on a trail,
I don't
going
hike a lot. I'm
into
lying.
the park and
You
coming
know,
out.
You're so outdoorsy.
We don't hike a lot. Like if we were in Moab, we hiked for like a week straight, but it's still ridiculous.
I hike the golf course and I can walk wherever I want on them, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, the golf course
Sometimes
is
I
different.
hike around Park Meadows, Mall.
Yes. Oh, there's 16th
the
Street.
golf course has a paved golf cart path. Like that is not
No,
the
but
same.
You
You're
can't
walking
turn
on the
around
grass.
on it. You don't want to turn around on it because
No.
that starts to disintegrate
People
the
will
concrete.
actually pelt you with golf balls if you turn
Yeah,
around.
you don't
on
want
it, so
They
you don't
will.
wanna do
one way
that, yeah.
only.
Actually.
All right, one way.
Okay.
Huh.
On to the next one.
So no, truly, if I were to fall down, I couldn't turn around and go back.
Of course you can. But
No,
people,
that would ruin the trail.
people who are going on this hike from beginning to end need to start at the start and end at the end so as to save the trails.
But I like walking the
There we
opposite
go.
way because then when I pass the other hikers, I go, "Oh,
That's
one of us is
fine.
going the wrong way,"
You can go
and I
the
say funny
opposite
things to them.
way as
Or you
long
just
as
be like
you
bear up there. And then
yeah. You can go the opposite way as long as you start at the end and end at the start. As long as you're beginning in one point and ending at the other, that's what they're concerned about.
Okay, but then how do I
Okay.
get back to my car?
Like
which
Fish
is parked
Creek-
on
yeah, what if you're on
one
the other
side?
end?
Yeah, where do I get to my car?
You get on
Then
a
you have
big
to walk
shuttle
all the way-
bus.
It's one continuous loop. That's what it is.
What if it's not a
usually-
loop trail?
But
Yeah, what
that's what I'm talking about right now. If
loop
it's not a
trail.
loop
Oh,
trail,
loop trail.
then you go
Okay.
up and you come back
This
down.
makes sense.
But loop
But then that's
trails-
okay if it's not a loop trail to go up
It
and then
doesn't
come back
hurt
down.
those paths.
Those
Well,
paths
no,
are different.
If
They're used
if
to
it's
it.
not a loop trail, they just don't have the way for you to do it. Like the Seven Bridges Trail is a one-way in, and you come out the same exact way.
Okay.
You have to
But
turn
that's
around
okay?
and come back down because they don't have a loop.
Okay, so that
What are you
doesn't
just
hurt-
going to go through trees and make your own path?
So that doesn't
What
hurt the
are
environment?
You, Lewis and Clark over there? You going to just start making your own path and making your own way? That's not how it works.
So those paths are fine. Those are
Those are
sturdier
fine.
paths.
Those are fine
Yes.
if you go up to the top and then
Okay.
come back on those.
well, that's how you're supposed to do it. There are different
So
trails.
those are made for.
Listen, not all
That's
mountains
different
are
dirt.
made the same.
That's
Not-
up dirt and down dirt.
Exactly. It's different. It's different.
Oh my
and
gosh.
you know what?
Hey, you keep telling yourself that.
This is so much fun.
For you guys, I'm
having
sure
a
this
blast.
is wonderful. Okay, how about this
Give me one
one?
more thing
Okay.
that we can make fun of.
So, a man, this is an interesting story. This accident happened back in April. It was northbound I-25 at 23rd, and there was a rollover crash, right? So the police were out there investigating it. They had some fire trucks out there as well. And this drunk 38-year-old dude swiped the fire truck as they're all sitting
Oh,
there.
gosh.
Oh, my
Cops on
God.
scene and everything. Now, again, he didn't hurt anybody. There was nobody in the fire truck when he hit it, but he made a big scene in front of a bunch of cops. Obviously, they know
Fire
what
truck came out of
right?
nowhere.
He gets out of the car and he's like, "Hey, I don't know what happened. Can somebody give me a ride home?" That's literally what he said. And the cops were like, "You just hit our fire truck. What are you talking
Just
about?"
got back from a one-way trail.
They gave him a test, found out. Shut up.
I know, I was going to say,
Found
you know who
out.
that guy is. He's the guy that turns around halfway on a trail.
But they found out that he was drinking. They arrested him and they
Yeah.
actually gave him a ride to jail.
There you go.
And impounded his car. But he really thought he was going to get. He walked up to firefighters and cops.
That's a
"Can
different
I
kind
get
of
a ride
drunk.
home?"
That's a different kind of
That
drunk
is a
right there.
different kind of wasted.
for
Oh my goodness. So
Yep.
yeah, that guy. That
Definitely
guy.
a trail
Let's make fun of that
turnarounder.
guy.
He
That's
turned
funny.
Trail turned around her.
They
is
found
what that
they
guy-
actually double booked him for turning around on the trail after
No,
drinking.
I'd be mad if you guys actually hiked and were talking this crap, but you have no idea. So I'm just over here like,
I
whatevs.
just
What
choose
if
the
a
trail.
bear goes up the trail and
You
then
have to
halfway
go.
the bear turns around and comes back down the trail?
You fight the
Do
bear.
they ticket
Yeah.
that bear?
You know what?
They
I'm
tranquilize
sure,
it
I'm
and
They
bring
put
it
him
to
down.
the
They
side.
actually put that bear down.
I'm sure that a bear has received a ticket or two for not following the trail
They go,
procedure.
that's not very funny.
Do you have a timed entry permit, Bear? Yeah, I'm
Can't say
sure.
that I do.
I'm sure.
Can't say that.
Oh, Katie,
gosh.
you're so ridiculous.
Made my morning.
Okay. Yay.
Yay!
So good.
All right, we are going to continue the fun. We have a little something called PMI coming up here in a few minutes. We've been sifting through a buttload of stories this morning. We found a positive, a minus, and something interesting, and we will deliver it to you as you start your day. Right now, it's traffic time. Let's do it. Early bird moms, if you're listening, now's your chance to qualify for the Mix 100 Diamond Dive, where you're going to be diving into a 10-foot by 10-foot Safeway cake in search of a $10,000 diamond ring from Rocky Mountain Custom Jewelry. This thing is beautiful. It's like 3 carats. It's a massive solitaire. We're actually going to go over there today and let Katie try it on.
Oh.
I might try it on, too. I might put it on my pinky. Why not? We'll bling it up. So if you're a mom and you want to participate in the Mix 100 Diamond Dive, it's going on this Saturday. And if you feel like you want to dive into that giant cake, call right now to qualify. We'll give you a $25 Safeway gift card for qualifying that you can pick up at the event. Caller 10 right now. Caller 10, 303-691-1-MIX, 303-691-1649 for Mix 100's Diamond Dive. Good luck, moms! Monday morning with JKJ, Denver's Mix 100. Welcome back from a fun weekend. Thanks for having us on in the morning while you're getting ready for work and school. Just got another mom qualified for the Mix 100 Diamond Dive. Who was that, Josh?
Well, we got Kristen out of Aurora coming our
Whoa,
way.
How about that? She was so excited. She's like, where's Longmont again?
She was.
Where's this at?
So, by
bit up
Boulder. You'll find it.
Maybe we'll see her, maybe we won't. But it is the Mix 100 Diamond Dive. It is going on this Saturday at Winner's Circle Entertainment Center in Longmont, where we're going to have a ton of moms jumping into this cake trying to find a $10,000 ring. I will tell you, if you're a mom that is qualified, yes, we will see you there. It's going to be a heck of a time. But also, if you just want to come and hang out and see the morning show, it'll just kind of be like a little midday mother-in-law hangout type thing for us. So
Let's
if
do
you're
it.
a listener and you want to come see us, it is going on this Saturday, Winner's Circle Entertainment Center in Longmont. We'll throw all the details on our Facebook page, but just come watch the event.
Yeah,
have a
and
great
you
time.
can still get qualified. There's 5 spots open.
Oh, that's right. We'll have
you
5
can-
more.
Yeah, you can come and still fight for that chance to dive into that cake.
Boom. So come see us. It's the Winner's Circle Entertainment Center in Longmont. We're going to come rolling in probably around noon this Saturday. It's Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Denver's Mix 100. Before we jump into PMI, on the heels of all of our hiking stories that we had this morning, 2 hikers in the Czech Republic came across just shy of 600 gold coins on the trail. Somebody dumped them, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Minted between 1808 and the early 1900s. They went in and got a value on the coins. They're worth about $341,000.
Why doesn't that ever happen to me? on a
It's
trail?
buried treasure.
What?
I
I'm
know.
always hoping to stumble across gold coins on my hikes.
Yeah.
or
That's
a purple
awesome.
mountain rock. One
Would
or
you
the
turn
other.
around on those hikes, Katy, or no?
You know what? I'd keep going, Josh. That's what you're supposed to do.
They also found 16
hike.
bags of tobacco, 10 bracelets, a comb, and a keychain.
Oh,
what was the keychain?
Sweet keychain. I don't know.
Las Vegas.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Luxor. Heads up, Skype is closing today. Today's the last day
Oh my
for
gosh.
Skype. Microsoft shutting it down in favor of Teams.
For
So-
forever?
For
Forever,
Oh,
forever. No more
no.
Skype. They say the user base has declined massively. More people using Teams with their video conferencing.
I mean,
so
you have an iPhone, right?
that's what you're switching to.
FaceTime, yeah.
Teams. Yeah, FaceTime or Teams.
Kind of the end of an era.
It's funny, the only person I know who uses Skype is our piano teacher. So if the kids are kind of feeling sick or she's feeling sick, they do a Skype lesson. And she has since had to switch over to Teams. And, Lila wasn't feeling too good the other day, so she did a Teams lesson first time. I guess within Teams, they've got like a noise canceling feature, which cancels out the sound of the piano.
Are you playing? Are you playing?
So she logged on for the piano lesson, was playing her songs, and the piano teacher's like, I can't hear anything. It's drowning out the piano sounds
That's
because it thinks
hilarious.
it's background noise. So,
Oh my gosh.
piano teachers, if that's you,
That's really
might
funny.
want to do a test run with some of your
Oh
students.
my God.
I just shook my head. I was like, really? This is so
You're
ridiculous.
like, do I have to pay you for this?
And it truly, she's probably, I don't know what she's pushing, but she's up there. And it was like trying to figure out how to turn it off, and just, it was a mess. It was like, let's just reschedule for next
Yeah,
week.
we'll do it another time.
We'll
so
do this
funny.
another time.
Yeah.
So anyway, rest in peace, Skype. All right, guys, it is time for PMI. That stands for a positive, a minus, and something interesting. We deliver 3 stories to you each and every morning about this time. I guess I got to pee.
Ooh.
I got to pee, and it's a Jer on Sports.
I like these.
It's a baseball one.
Oh,
Woohoo!
yes.
This story was going around this weekend. A dad had an amazing foul ball catch. Did you see this?
Yeah.
His very young daughter was on his shoulders at the time. It was during Saturday's Yankee game, and boom, fly ball right at him. She's on the back of him, holding on to him. As the ball is coming towards them, he puts out his glove to catch it. At the exact moment, she takes her hands behind him and covers his eyes.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, no.
Kind of holding on to him because she's kind
Yeah.
of moving. So she
Yeah.
grabs his face, covers his eyes. The ball comes in. He catches it in the glove and doesn't drop his daughter.
Oh, my
Fantastic
gosh.
video.
He
Listen to
still
this.
makes the catch.
Yeah.
Dad power.
Hold my
ball.
beer.
There's so many of those videos where like there's a dad out there with a beer in one hand and
yeah.
a baby in the
Yeah.
other, and he still catches the ball. You
in
know?
the beer.
Did you
like,
ever
ah.
see? There's a video out there where this dad had a kid in his hand, and the ball was coming to the hand that had the kid, and he like chucked the kid up, caught
Caught
the
it.
ball, and caught
Yeah.
the kid again.
I've
Dad
seen that
power.
one.
Unbelievable.
It's
Yeah.
dad power.
Coolest thing
It's
ever.
that adrenaline rushing through you.
It
You can do
is.
anything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Very neat.
I posted the video on our Facebook if you want to check it out. Jeremy, Katie, Josh.
Super cool.
Who got to minus?
I got that M, and this one starts off kind of bad because, well, first of all, there was a high school baseball game in Arizona. The team was about to take the field, and all of a sudden, they heard a loud bang, and they saw smoke. So
Uh-oh.
there was a fire at somebody's property on the other side of the field, and so some of those players went to rush off the field and help fight with it. And what happened was a woman, she was working from home, and she was wearing her headphones and did not realize her entire house was on fire. So when these baseball players got to her, she's like, "What's happening? What's happening?
She
What's
didn't
happening?"
smell it?
She didn't smell it or anything.
Really?
And so they're saying because of these baseball players, thanks to their quick thinking and the help of first responders,
baseball.
they were able to put that fire out and the house was saved. But that woman still just headphones on into her work. She's just, doing stuff.
A lot of
but
times if I'm outside running or even at the gym, I'll just keep one AirPod in.
every time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I can
Yeah.
still hear what's going on around me.
Yeah, you
It's
want-
so important.
to
Children
be-
saying help or the house is on
The house
fire.
is
What
on
was
you know.
the
fire.
boom? Do we know what the boom was?
Yeah, it was just something exploding from
That's
the
it, huh?
fire. Yeah,
Just
they
something
didn't give
exploding.
us any
A
clarification on
propane
it.
tank or
Just a
something?
loud bang. You think she would have seen some kind of fire from that?
No,
an
no, she's
explosion.
focused.
But yeah, those headphones that'll take
She
out
was on
any kind
Microsoft
of-
Teams trying to figure out how to get it to work.
Canceled
trying
the
to-
noise.
Exactly. She was trying to get Skype
Canceled the noise.
out of her
That's
life.
right.
But yeah,
Oh my
thankfully everyone's
gosh.
okay. And again, thankful for that high school baseball team. And they got the win.
Hey! There we go.
I hope somebody bunted.
Yeah.
Going back, I will say, like, when I wear the one, I always wonder, because it's usually my left one that I keep in, so
Yeah.
I can hear with my right. Like, I wonder 10 years down the road if I'm going to have worse hearing in my left.
Oh.
Because it's in there all the time, and the right one's
Probably.
not. You think?
I do notice that when we talk and you have your headphones, you move the left one, though.
Yeah.
You do that.
When
You
And
do.
so
that one. So
yeah.
I'm trying to even it out.
cancel.
Cancel
Yeah.
out.
I think that's
and
what
see,
you're doing. I think you'll be all right.
I always on my walks I'll do one right headphone one day and then I'll switch to the left. So I'm not privy to one or the other.
smart
I do
move.
both because of that. Because
Gotta
I've
equal
heard
it out.
we wear our headphones so much, and I want my hearing to last.
Katie's headphones
like,
are
Loud. You guys don't even know.
My
When she
gosh.
takes them off on a commercial
Bad.
break, it's like they're all the way up.
They're not that
Katie,
bad.
you turn your own headphones down. You look and you go, oh gosh.
Maybe I just want to hear what you guys have to say, huh? Do you ever think of that?
guess so. I don't
Crystal
know why.
clear.
All right, what's the
Crystal
interesting?
clear.
This is crazy to me because over the weekend, the first driverless semi-trucks that are doing long hauls now, so statewide and moving to nationwide later this year, are happening. And this is all with a company called Aurora. Not Aurora, Colorado. They're a Texas-based company right now, but they're called Aurora. And they're officially running through the state of Texas. On Friday, the autonomous trucking company firm Aurora announced that it has started the new autonomous driving semis. This
I don't like it.
terrifies me
Nope.
because I just know how dangerous semi-truck driving is already
Yeah.
and how there have been horrible accidents in the past. Aurora's technology, they say, is going to eliminate that. However, that scares me. That creeps me out. And on top of that, over the weekend, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, which is the transport workers union for
Love
semi-truck
them.
drivers, they started this whole petition now because they are talking how when trucks are just autonomously driven like that, they don't have the human ability to make those judgment calls of decision making.
Humans fall
in the
asleep
truck.
in there too.
They do.
And have we completely forgot about Total Recall? That is the last
Oh my
thing we
gosh.
want is for semi trucks to be driving out there all willy nilly.
Well, I was thinking iRobot too, which is the same thing. Those
Yes.
autonomously driven trucks. I don't like it, Jer. Are
No,
you?
I don't like the robots.
Do you guys want to know my biggest concern?
What?
Are you pro?
How are these? Are they called lot lizards?
Oh,
my
you
god!
are not.
How are they going to make any money now?
It's
These
put-
poor ladies are out there trying to make a living, and you're going to go to these semi trucks, and there's nobody in there.
putting out more than
How
one
are these
business.
prostitutes going to make any money now?
They're going to be robots now.
They're going to be robots.
I bet nobody's thinking of that this morning, huh?
You know what? The Lot Lizard Union actually has also signed this petition.
They're pissed.
Funny enough, an update to this story.
Oh my gosh,
This is the story we should be reporting on. That's the real news.
that reminds me
Putting a lot of hookers out of business.
It's Always Sunny episode of Lot Lizards, and it's so funny. Oh my gosh. You know what, Jerry? You're thinking of the people. You're
thinking of the
You know
people this
what?
morning.
There is that side of it. You are. You're a giver, Jeremy. Sorry, I don't
Jerry.
know. I keep calling you Jerry.
Good job, Jerry. Yeah, that's the real
Yes,
story
Jerry.
there.
Well, you know what?
What?
More than one worker union is upset now, and they're
All
going to be
right.
signing those petitions away so that they can drive
Harshly
their
worded
trucks.
emails.
Harshly worded
And
emails.
another one.
That's it. There's your PMI this morning. Speaking for the people. Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. Coming up right around 7:30, we are going to be doing another fun game of Fast Five. And get this, all this week we have a pair of tickets to go see Pod Meets World coming to the Paramount.
Oh my
Which is
gosh.
a massive podcast with the actors from Boy Meets World back in the day.
Daniel Fishel,
Topanga.
Will Friedle, and
Topanga.
Ryder Strong. Oh my gosh. I love these people so
Me too.
much.
This is a huge prize. It's a huge podcast,
Yeah.
and they're coming to town to do it live, and we've got tickets, so
Yeah.
it's
That's
pretty
actually
rad.
Well,
such
it's
a good
Boys
idea.
Meet
It's
World.
pretty
Because
rad.
everybody, Boy Meets World,
If you're not
everybody,
familiar, yeah.
everybody like does their own podcast now. Anybody can buy a mic and stuff, but doing it with a live audience like that, especially because that was such a huge show,
Yeah.
really cool.
Oh, pretty excited about that. So
I'm
that's
so
all this
pumped.
week for Fast Five. If you want to just get that number ready to rock so you can call in and play, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. We'll be doing that here in just a few. Let's see what's going on with traffic. Yeah, let's go. What you got to do right now is pick up that phone and give us a call. Let's have some fun with Fast 5. This game has absolutely exploded. Oh my gosh, the amount of kids that even call in to try to play. We do need an adult on the line though, but 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649 will get you in for the Monday edition of Fast 5. And here's how it works. We'll get you on the air, have a little chit-chat with you, find out what you did over the weekend. We love being nosy when it comes to that kind of stuff. And then we'll play the ding-dang game where I will toss you a category and then start a 10-second timer. And within those 10 seconds, you've got to give me 5 things that have to do with that category. And that's why we call it Fast 5. You can play 303-691-1649. Now, Katie, what were some of the examples we can give people that we did on Friday?
Well, you asked for 5 basketball movies. You also asked for 5 of the First Ladies movies starring Michael Keaton. And the one that won it was 5 brands of makeup that Zach won. So, yeah, you never know what you're going to get.
That's right.
Yes.
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get something that you're an expert at, or you're going to be like, oh, no, I'm stumped at this one. But the key is just to call in, have some fun, get your mind working this early in the morning. The number is 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. If you call and it's busy, keep trying. Josh is trying to quickly work through these calls right now. Wow, what a prize we have this week, Katie.
Yeah, we're really excited for this one because you get a pair of tickets to check out Pod Meets World, and that is happening live at the Paramount. It's a Wednesday, June 4th, but this is so much fun. We're excited about this one, so you should be excited to win it.
It's some of the cast from the old school TV show Boy Meets World, and they've got a podcast that is just absolutely exploding.
Yeah.
And they travel around and do it live.
It's Sean, Topanga, and Eric from the show who are there doing the podcast. And
I've seen a crush on Topanga.
I know, everybody did.
Oh,
and
Topanga.
I've seen them do this in other markets, and I mean, people love it. People absolutely love it, so I can't wait.
It is a big prize this week, so you're going to want to play. 303-691-1649. First one in, first one on. Nagesh. Hi, Nagesh.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, buddy. So what'd you do over the weekend?
So both days it was soccer match for my kid.
Yeah.
And this season, I guess they are nailing it out. They won both the matches over the weekend.
Oh, right on. Good for them.
Yeah.
You got a little.
He's with me in the car actually, and he wanted to say hello and talk to you guys. He listens to you
say
every
hi?
day.
What's his name?
Narayan.
Hi. Good morning, buddy.
Hi.
Hi. All
Thanks
right.
for listening to us today. Good
Yeah,
morning.
dude. Have a good day at school.
Thanks.
Yeah, later.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Yeah.
He's a cute kid. You know what? That's why we're doing this game. We love it when the families call in and introduce their kids. We're all about it. It's a very family-friendly show. So, Nagesh, that's very kind of you. Let's play some Fast 5 with you, buddy. Are you ready? You ready to bring it?
Sure, yeah. Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try, my man. All right, I'm going to give you a movie one to start things off. We did this a couple weeks ago, but nobody got it. In 10 seconds, please give me 5 movies starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Go.
Okay, Titanic.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Don't cheat.
Inception.
Yep. You got 2. Speaking of kiddos, my kids have watched Titanic about 4 times in the past 5 days. They love that movie. They are obsessed, and it's like 3 hours long. I'm like, go outside, go do something.
I know. Get out of the house.
Nagesh, it was very nice talking with you. You have a great week, okay, buddy?
Sure, you too, guys.
Later, dude.
Bye, guys.
Hi, Jasmine.
Hi.
Hey, happy Monday. How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. I stayed in the house. I went to go see the movie Sinners.
Oh, I heard it was really good.
Which
Did
one's
you
that
like
one?
It?
Well, yeah,
the
first.
vampire movie.
Oh, the vampire movie. I don't know. I still don't know.
Did you like it?
I did. It was really good.
There's so many reviews of that right now.
You're into all that
People-
vampire stuff, huh?
I'm not. I don't do scary movies, but I went for the culture. You know?
Okay, so
Why
this
not?
one, was it scary or was it just a thriller?
It wasn't scary. It was just a thriller. I would
Okay.
say like suspenseful thriller.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. I've heard a lot of good things about this movie. I
You know
have to check it out.
who likes men sucking on her neck?
Who?
Katie.
No, I
Katie
didn't.
loves it, Jasmine.
I was like, who?
She's into it. She's so into it.
Stop.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
You're so bad.
Loves it. All right, sweet Jasmine, let's do some Fast Five with you. This is one that Katie Cat actually came up with this morning. I'm very proud of her.
Oh, thanks.
In 10 seconds, please give me 5 moving companies. Go.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
5 men in a truck. U-Haul. Penske. 1-800-MOVIE.
Oh,
Yay!
time's up. I think it's 3 men in a truck, isn't
I
it?
would take 5.
Wishful
Sometimes
thinking.
it takes 5.
5 men in a
Like,
truck. Why not?
Wow, but you got
All
4?
sucking on Katie's neck.
No. Stop. You're going to get the wrong idea out there.
Jasmine, I
Oh.
guess you got like 3.5.
Appreciate it.
You still did great.
You're so
That's
sweet.
impressive.
You have a great Monday. It was nice talking to you.
You guys too.
Later.
Bye, Jasmine.
Later, Gator.
Oh, she was fun.
5 men in a truck. Why not?
1-800-MOVING.
Why not?
I loved it.
Clinton.
Hello.
Hello. Happy
How's it
Monday. Super dupes. How are you, buddy?
Hey, not doing too bad.
Not too bad. What'd you
Driving to school.
do? Yeah. What'd you do this weekend? Anything good?
Yeah, my son turned 10, so we had a birthday party at the house, and he's super into to baseball right now. So we, had a baseball themed party. He got hit in the head with a baseball bat, not a real baseball bat,
Oh
like
my
a wiffle
gosh.
ball bat.
Oh.
So
He got
thunk.
hit in the head with
Thunk.
a wiffle ball bat.
We're like, so you went to the emergency
How
room
did
at your
that
party?
happen? Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, no,
Oh my
it was.
gosh.
Yeah, he was okay. He's I think just a little embarrassed in front of his friends.
I
but
bet
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
Yeah. What
That'll
was his
do
name?
it.
Holden.
Holden. All right, Holden. Well, happy birthday, Holden. You want me to give him a baseball sound?
Oh, sure.
Here you go, Holden.
Yay!
Whack,
Happy
right in the face.
birthday!
Whack.
I will say I did laugh, kind of. I turned around and laughed because I knew he wasn't hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a dad moment where you're like,
How do you not? I
Yeah.
know. You know what?
same thing would happen. He
You
would laugh at you if you got nailed right in the crotch, too, with a bat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Clinton. So,
absolutely.
we would all laugh. All right, buddy. Let's try some Fast Five on you this morning. This one came in from a listener last week, and I was like, this is pretty good. So let's talk about the companies that make movies. Give me 5 companies that make movies. Go.
Warner Brothers, 21st Century Fox,
Yep.
MGM Studios, Amazon Studios, Apple Films, Touchstone Pictures.
Yeah, we'll give you all those.
Oh my gosh, Clinton!
Even though you said
came in-
21st century studio, it's 20th century, but we'll give you 21.
Yeah.
I know what you were
No,
saying.
you did great. That's impressive.
You did good today.
You did.
You're a good boy, Clinton.
You did not get hit in the head.
You want me to play
Yeah.
you the Winnie Winnie sound?
Sure.
Okay, here's the Winnie Winnie sound. Wow, you got 2 sounds out of me this morning, buddy.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Got them all fired up.
You nailed it, my friend. You're going to go see this really cool live taping of a
So
really neat podcast. So I'm going to throw you on hold. Josh will come back and tell you how to get your prize, bud.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Later,
Thanks for
man. Have a
listening,
good day.
Clinton.
Look
Bye.
at that. Look at everybody still on hold. John, we got a winner. I'm sorry, buddy.
That's good. We're just gonna Emma say good morning.
Well, good. Yeah.
Hey.
Say good morning.
Good
You
morning,
called
John.
in. How are you, man? Hi, kids. Who you got in the car with you?
That is Emma.
Hi,
Sweet.
On her way to
Emma.
second grade.
Oh, those were the days. If I could go back. Good old second grade. Is it hot lunch or cold lunch today for Emma?
Hot lunch today.
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
you having for lunch, Emma?
She
Oh,
doesn't
she
know.
doesn't.
She doesn't know
She's
it.
like, I don't
it's-
know.
Hopefully it's pigs in a blanket.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
my
voting
favorite.
for pizza. That's what I'm hoping for you, Emma.
John, you guys give it a try tomorrow, okay?
All right. Thanks again.
All right,
Have a
later,
good
All
day.
buddy.
right, bye, Emma.
Kelsey.
Hello.
Hey, Queen. We got a winner already, darn it.
I know, but my kids were so excited we got through, so it's still a win.
That's why we go to people on hold still. What are your kids' names?
Luke and Isaac.
Right on.
Hi, guys.
What's up? Hi.
Luke and Isaac.
Are they good students? Good kids?
They're good kids. They
That's
are.
good.
That's great.
That's what we like to hear.
What'd you guys do this weekend? Anything good?
Yes. We had soccer, and my oldest had a swim-a-thon. So, weekend full of sports.
Ooh, swim-a-thon.
What's a swim-a-thon?
It's a fundraiser their club does, and then the kids go and count how many laps that they can swim in a certain amount of time.
Okay.
So he did 70 laps.
Holy crap, that's really good.
The record for him.
Wow.
Yeah, he rocked it. So he's 10 and kicked some booty.
He's got that
So
10-year-old
that's pretty
energy is what he's got.
My God, I know.
cool. Absolutely.
Shove a-
Yeah, I'm like, I could barely do one.
I know. I could barely get into my Speedo.
I know. The
right?
swimsuit's hard.
See me sitting there in a Speedo sucking down a few Capri Suns before I
Oh
get
my
in the
gosh,
water.
I'd laugh so
You know you
hard.
want to see it, Katie.
With your big goggles and your
Yeah, that's
pink
right.
hat on.
His snorkel, like, no, I can't.
Bright yellow Speedo, too. Bright
Yes.
yellow, yes.
Oh, the image we're going to have in our
Oh,
head,
stop
Kelsey. No.
Stand back, ladies.
You
I
are
don't want
welcome.
anyone getting pregnant.
He's taken.
Oh, that's awesome.
amazing.
Well, Kelsey, we did get our
Oh.
winner today, but good news is we'll play again tomorrow right around 7:30, all right? So you try back.
That sounds great. Thanks, guys. Have a
All
great
right.
day.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Have a great.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
They were fun.
Ah, that's fun. Bringing people together this morning with Fast Five. How great is that? All right, so we're going to open up the phone lines wide open again right here at 8 o'clock. We're going to be talking about prom, like disasters when it comes to prom, though. What was your prom fail? Does anybody have any? Because we'll want your calls and comments, your stories. Or did you just hate prom in general? Jer slowly raises his hand.
Me.
If you have anything you want to say about your prom, we will be taking your calls today because it is that time of year at 8 o'clock today. And I've got a great story to kick it off. So we'll be doing that with Jeremy, Katie, and Josh. See what's going on with traffic. Happy Cinco de Mayo! It's Jeremy, Katy, and Josh, Denver's Mix 100, getting a ton of moms qualified for the Mix 100 Diamond Dive. Keep your ears out. We'll get another mom qualified sometime during the show today. Just keep your ear open for the cue to call, and you'll be joining us in Longmont at the Winter Circle Entertainment Center, and you're going to be diving into that cake looking for a $10,000 diamond ring. All the details can be found at mix100.com. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo, you guys. The story here says 70% of Americans plan on celebrating today by eating Mexican food, drinking margaritas, or sipping on a good Mexican beer.
Yummy.
Get me some sopapillas in my mouth immediately.
Yeah. What's your favorite? What's your favorite Mexican dish?
Oh, I had it this weekend. Enchiladas.
Oh, I love
I get
enchiladas.
the 3 beef enchiladas with the red sauce, the beans, and the rice there with it.
That's so good.
And then you at the very end, you scoop the rest of it up with the chips.
Eat it up.
Like a fatty.
Good
Gosh,
call.
How about you,
sounds so
Katy
good.
Cat?
I typically go for the bean and chicken and chicharrone burrito smothered deluxe, all the way. I know it is like fat upon fat. Let's just go ahead and put deep fried fat in our burrito, but that's what I do every single time. I love chicharrones. It's a party when the chicharrones show up. So
Say chicharrones.
Stop
one more
saying
time.
chicharrones.
What? Don't you guys like chicharrones?
There's again.
No,
Ding.
no.
I mean, yes. Yeah, they're good.
I'm a big fan. I think that they make
3
everything
beef
better.
enchiladas with the red sauce. Josh, what are you ordering?
I like the carne asada.
You're rolling the R's.
I love the chicken and steak fajitas. I mean, you cannot go wrong with those.
God.
I'll wrap because then you get the
So
beans
good.
and the rice and the lettuce and the tomatoes and all that stuff and put it in a little taco burrito.
Yes.
Oh,
Girl.
Well, and special shout out to the chili relleno because those are always welcome on my
they're
plate
always
too.
good.
So
I
good.
know.
Always.
There's so many good things.
I
I'm
want to go eat
starving.
now.
Thank
I'm
you.
so hungry.
So hungry.
Best. I love Mexican food. Anyway,
go to
happy
Rostos.
Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Just a heads up, the TSA has been warning everybody that they need to get that real ID for years. This time, they're serious. They say if you don't have your real ID by Wednesday, you better get to an airport at least 3 hours early.
Jeez.
You're going to be subject to delays and additional screening. And the real ID is a driver's license that has the star up in the top right corner. It shows that you've been verified, that you've verified your identity with additional documents. So you need to get that done if you're going to be at the airport.
Yeah.
Other than that, they say if you don't, you're going to need a passport, a global entry or nexus, a permanent resident card, a border crossing card, a foreign government issued passport, or a veteran health ID card, and a vial of blood and a hair sample.
Jeez.
Firstborn
Bring
child.
some nail
Firstborn
clippings as well.
child,
Yeah.
DNA test.
No, but it's also important to point out that most of the licenses that have been issued in the last 5 years have that real ID symbol on it already. So really you have to worry if you haven't gotten your ID updated in the last 6+ years. That's when you really want to start looking into it because most of the people, I have one on mine. You do on yours. We've all checked
Yeah, we
our
all-
IDs.
we all have it.
But I have came
We're
across
good to
people
go.
who haven't. So, it's definitely worth the look.
There you go. Today's the day. Get it done, or you're going to be waiting in line there at
3
the
hours.
airport. 3
Ugh.
hours early. Good, so bad. We're going to be diving into prom, your horrible prom stories, all that here in just a few minutes. But I do want to give you this story as well. A list out this morning. What's something that's sexy now that wasn't 20 years ago? Trying to think of something off the top of my head without looking at the list. Something that's sexy now.
A gamer, somebody who plays video games.
If it makes a lot of money,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Okay, look at this.
Sexy.
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
18, thank you very much. Nerdy things.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons,
Yep.
Magic, Warhammer, anime, comics, super into fantasy, video games, collecting He-Man characters. Look at that. That's funny that
Wow.
made the list there.
Whoa.
Funny.
Wow. Yeah. How
That
about
specifically, huh?
eyebrows that aren't pencil thin? Having bushy eyebrows now.
Yeah.
Soup
yeah.
sexy.
Which is sexier than the
Soup
90s,
sexy.
draw them on pencil thin eyebrows. Yeah.
50-year-olds are sexy now. They say basically because everybody who's turning 50 looks like they're 30 now.
Oh, yeah.
It's
They
not
look better.
It's not the Golden Girls world right now.
They look
Yeah.
better, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I look at 40-year-olds from the 80s and I'm like, that's my grandma.
Yeah, seriously.
Seriously.
Like, whoa.
Long hair on dudes, sexy now. It wasn't 20 years ago.
I thought guys had 80s guys had crazy long
the
hair.
hair bands. Like
hair
the
bands.
hair bands are an actual
No,
genre.
no. Hey, I didn't make up the list. Stop yelling.
Okay.
Must have
Dad
been like man
bods.
bun.
Dad bods.
Dad bods are
Men
in.
with bigger chests and kind of a belly. So, yeah.
Katie, other girls love dad
I
bods.
know. I'm just kidding.
Katie,
It's okay.
What?
it's been 17 months. Don't be so picky.
No, I'm gonna keep being picky again.
I wouldn't be so picky.
A title to bestow upon somebody. Like,
Do you want a dude with abs? Like, do you want?
I don't know. It depends on what
If
the
you're
face
trying to find a
attached to those-
40-year-old man with abs, good luck. Good.
Watch
luck
me
with
roll
that.
my eyes.
Good luck.
Things that are sexy now that weren't 20 years ago: being vegan, being a non-smoker, and having 0 posts on social media. God, I wish I was there.
That's another thing. Girls, they're like, nowadays, they're like, if he doesn't post a lot on social media, that's like the sexiest thing ever.
I've told you guys, I can't wait for the day that I can bail out on all my social media. I want
You think you're
going
to do it? You don't
I
think you
probably
wanna
will.
keep up?
I
Or
might
will you
keep my
stop
personal
posting?
Facebook and just blow out everybody but like close family and friends, maybe. But yeah, we need it for this job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Every morning, every day,
Yeah.
we need it. So I'm holding on to it. But there will come a day when I pull the plug on it. All right, let's talk about prom. It is prom season.
Yeah.
We saw some pictures on, speaking of the social, this morning of a bunch of kids out for prom. I absolutely hated prom.
Did you hate it?
It's one of the worst nights of my life.
Well,
Really?
and it's changed so much too. Like I saw a limo of kids getting out of for prom this weekend, and I was just like, the things that you guys probably do now are so different than what I did when I went to prom. But,
Probably.
you know.
Trying to think of how. Are you all making out at the end of the night? I
Well,
don't
what
know.
was your graduating class? Did you have a big
Katie
school?
was 76.
And, not the
1976?
year.
Oh.
How many
No, how
people
many
were
people?
in my
Oh.
graduating
You were from
class?
a very small town.
I'm
so I was
from a
wondering.
town of 7,500 people, so there was like 200 people in my graduating class, and we were one of the larger graduating classes.
Okay.
So yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of people, but I just mean the interaction. Like I remember for my prom, we sat around on a log. There was a fire going. Nobody had cell phones, but now I just imagine everybody on opposite sides of the gym on their phones, not engaging with each other. That's what I see when I look at a lot of prom pictures now. It's
Everybody's
not-
looking down all through
It's
prom.
not the big party that it used to be.
I will tell you, there's a story out this morning. If you're not getting a limo, they say Uber is offering free rides for up to $20 for the teens. You can reserve 2 free rides up to, well, this is way past, 90 days in advance to and from prom. So that's kind of nice.
That's
but I'd
cool.
rather have the limo.
I'd rather have the limo.
I would
We
rather
actually
have
did
the
one
limo.
year with a party bus, and that was really fun because obviously there's much more room than just a limo. There was also a pole, which was kind of funny in the middle of the party bus. So that was a good time for everybody to dance around and have a good time
I
with.
bet.
Yeah, so
I
that was
bet.
fun.
So I got a great
prom.
prom story. This happened to my buddy whenever his daughter was. It was like a weekend ago. So if you guys have a prom fail, we're going to want your calls and comments or anything you want to comment about prom. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Phone lines are wide open. He posted some pictures, and I did let out a little... So his daughter had prom, and of course they post all the prom pictures online, and they're doing, all the shots outside, all in their dresses. They had a prom staircase at their house, which is what my wife has always wanted, one of those big curved staircases. They're all
Yep.
standing there. Well, it sounds like when they went outside to take some of the prom pictures, a bee had landed on his daughter's face and stung her in the cheek.
Oh,
no.
no.
She's allergic to bees.
Oh,
so
no.
the left side of her face went and swelled up for prom night. And so there's a ton of pictures that have been posted saying, oh, you poor thing, this sucks. Prom was ruined because the bee, and she looked like the dude from Goonies.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure
Hey,
that
you
side of her face.
Yes, the hey, you guys.
Wait for
Was that
me.
Sloth or whatever his name was? This poor girl looking beautiful in her dress, and the whole left side of her face just ballooned up.
Talk about the worst
Worst timing.
time that could ever happen.
Worst timing.
Oh, because there are going to be so many pictures of that. Like
So
that's-
many
Bad.
pictures.
Left
like,
side
do-
only. Left side
Do you
only.
even go to prom at that point?
Yeah.
We're doing profile pics tonight.
I know.
Jeez, man.
Poor thing. Poor thing.
That's awful.
So if you guys have any prom horror stories, fails, maybe you just hated it, 303-691-1649. Phone lines are going to be wide open. I will tell you that we did take our prom photos and put them on our socials.
oh, jeez.
They're
I
so
love this.
dorky. We
I
are
like
so
'em.
dorky. Really? Katie and I were laughing because ours are definitely more grainy and old school looking, and then there's Josh with his like
Well, you can tell.
Well, we had-
35 megapixel camera.
We had
Yeah.
digital cameras in
It was
my
a different
day.
time.
Yeah.
Different time. But yeah, we threw him up there. Who's the guy you went with, Katie?
Oh, his name is David. David Ludwig was his name. And it's so funny, the story behind it, because he was supposed to go to prom with one of my good friends. And it turned out like 2 weeks before prom, we found out because you need to have good grades to go to prom at the school I went to. Like
whoa.
you couldn't, like you had to have passing grades to go to prom. And we found out like she didn't have good enough grades to go. So she had already like bought her dress and everything. And he had already bought his tux. And she was like, well, I guess you could take Katie. Like that was literally it. I know. That was literally it. So then I like had prom stuff from the year before. So I just kind of busted it all out and did it again. But this guy was so boring and uneventful. And I was just like,
Well, what were you wanting to do with him?
I don't know. I just thought
Dance
prom,
the night away and
it was like,
swap spit?
The prom I went to was from a neighboring town, so it wasn't even like my high school prom that I went to. It was from New Rockford, which was like a town an hour away. And so when we went, it was like my town I'm from is like 7,500 people. This town is like under 1,000. So it's even smaller.
Oh
and
my
so the
gosh.
level of
You might have gone
prom
with your
stuff-
cousin.
I know, exactly. Exactly. But at the end of the night, like, gosh, I was home by 10. And my mom was like, what are you doing? Like,
You're like,
it's
it was
Go have
prom.
fun.
Yeah.
Go live your life.
She's
I
like,
have
go
a-
back out.
I have a story about a prom that I went to for another school, and it was not as good either.
Yeah.
I feel you, Katie. I
Yeah,
feel
and then
ya.
we went to the gas station for hot dogs. Like the whole thing was just not okay. It was not.
Oh, North Dakota.
Okay. You want your prom gas station hot dog, Katie? Like, fine.
Oh.
Let's get into this a little deeper. I got a pity date story as well. Mine was a total pity date. So we're talking proms this morning. I see a ton of people texting in. Come on, it's Monday. We want to talk to you guys. Pick up the phone and call us. Your prom fail stories, if you hated prom, anything to do with prom. A lot of these actually are pretty darn funny, so I'm going to read some of the texts if you don't call. But the phone lines are wide open. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. I'll get you in the studios with Jeremy, Katie, and Josh. Go ahead, Aaron. Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Mix 100. Thanks for hanging out with us on a fun Monday. Monday. This morning we're talking prom. It is that time of year where you see all those awkward teenagers pile out of that limo into a restaurant that you're at on a Friday or Saturday night. And you're like, oh, look at them all. They're so young and innocent with their goofy tuxes and big old corsages. We're talking some fails this morning, though. Like, how did your prom suck? Why was it bad? I will tell you, I had a pity date for my prom.
Oh, no.
I didn't have a date. So my buddy was dating this girl, and it was a whole, well, she's got a friend, goes to a different school. You don't really know her. You want to go with her? And I was like, okay, just so I could go. Wah, wah. Why are you looking at me like that,
Well,
Katy?
I kind of had the same thing happen to me, so I can relate, and I feel bad for you because that's never the.
It was a pity date.
I don't know if guys dream about going to prom the way girls
We don't.
do.
No.
I
just didn't want to miss out because all my buddies were going. They all had dates. And so it was just like, hey, Jer should come too. Let's find a random girl to go with.
Oh, buddy.
And then we ended up going downtown to the broker. Back in
yeah.
the day when the broker was there, it was this old bank. And we had dinner at the broker. We ate in the vault. It was like shrimp and meat, and it was a really good dinner, but we stayed there way too long, so we didn't actually get to the real prom with maybe 10 minutes left. So I didn't even get to enjoy the actual dance because we farted around too much downtown.
You didn't do anything.
We didn't do anything.
Aw.
We suck, man.
Aw.
Aw.
Oh, you know who had a really crappy prom too?
Tell me now.
Was Zoe, because she graduated in 2021. So both her junior and senior prom were COVID. And so she got dressed up in her prom dress. We got her in a truck and we drove her around the neighborhood.
Put her in the back of a pickup and drove her around.
That's what you had to do with prom. Like they wanted to make it a thing, but you couldn't
That
be
sucks.
around anybody.
That sucks.
So yeah, like that. It was. So I imagine she's going to be one of those adults who does her prom over again. You know,
Which is just sad.
Yeah,
Which
like,
will
you
just
should-
be sad.
No, she should get an option to have a prom. Like I'm all for it.
All right, so what was your prom fail, your prom stories, anything prom related? We'll take it. It's Monday. We just want to chat with some people. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Right now we got Linda and Casey on hold, and here's Linda. Hi, Linda. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Hi. Whoa.
can you hear me okay?
Yeah, why are you
got
breathing
you.
so heavy? What are you doing?
I'm out for a run.
Oh, okay.
Just decided to call in.
All
Gotta
right.
take care of that health.
It's like I have to call in.
You do have to call in. Even. Okay, well, tell us your prom story.
Well, I was dating a guy that was 3 years older than me, so he's out of high school,
Okay.
21 years old.
Oh.
He gets the chicken pox.
Oh,
Oh, no.
My twin sister and I had never had the chicken pox, so I broke out the night before prom.
oh no.
Oh, you're all itchy.
Oh, and covered with chicken pox.
Oh, no.
Yes, red blotches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh, but we went.
Oh, you still went to prom though.
picture-
It infected everybody else.
My one and only. My one and only.
Oh my
That's great.
gosh.
So in your pictures, do you have little dots all over you?
Yes, we look terrible.
That's fantastic.
He was already scabbed over by then, and
Ooh.
But it was the
Yeah.
chicken pox prom.
How romantic, right? You sit there and scratch each other while you're dancing.
Oh.
the thing, I have a twin sister, and her date had this funeral car. It was almost like a hearse that we drove to prom.
Oh, fantastic.
With your virus of the chicken pox.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great. Linda, we're going to let you get back to your run. It's been a delight listening to you breathe. You have a great morning.
All right, thanks, you guys too. It's
All right,
fun.
bye.
Thanks for your story, Linda. Bye. Oh, that was a
How
good
cute.
one, though.
Casey. Casey.
Hey guys.
Hi. Good morning. So do you have a prom fail for us?
Yes, I'm from Australia, so in Australia we call them the formal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a tomboy, very much a tomboy into sports. Never wore dresses. My auntie went out with me and bought this hideous taffeta dress, and so I dolled up and everything. My uncle drove me to the formal in a Trans Am Pontiac. Kept doing laps around the school. All the people were all my friends and everything were parked out the front of the school.
Awesome.
He kept going around and around, and I'm like, stop, just let me out. And so anyway, I got to the prom formal and sitting at the table, and the waiter came around with all our meals, and as he put the dish across the plate across the front of me, the gravy on the side went right across the front of my dress.
Oh, no!
Yeah, so as if I wasn't uncomfortable and embarrassed enough walking around in this hideous dress,
Yeah.
I had stayed
Gravy.
all night like that with this gravy train across the front
Was
of my
it white gravy or brown gravy?
Oh.
It was brown gravy.
Thank
Which
God.
was
Thank God you didn't have some explaining to do to your parents later.
exactly.
Well, and Casey, you can't get anything out of taffeta, so I'm sure that stain was there the whole time.
That's why I stopped wearing it, for
Well,
sure.
it didn't really matter. I never was going to wear it again anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured when-
Casey, I could listen to you talk all day long.
Thank you.
I love your accent.
And just one more. By the end of the night, my auntie made me take this horrible glow mesh purse, which I never ever carried purses or anything. And I was like, why do I need this purse? She said, you need to put your lipstick. And so I said, I'm not wearing lipstick. I don't need the purse. And she said, just take it with you. So anyway, at the end of the night, of course, I wasn't used to carrying a purse around, so I just left it there.
As you should.
Like,
Stupid purse, stupid
she's like,
lipstick.
"Where's my purse?" And I'm like, exactly. I'm like, oh, sorry, I left it there.
No purse and gravy all over your dress. That's a hell of a night,
It's a hell of
Casey.
a night.
Exactly.
You're
Sums up
My
sweet.
boyfriend at the time wanted to dance and everything, and I was like, nope, I'm sitting in this chair and I'm not moving all night.
Smart move. Smart move. I love it. This has been a great call. Total prom fail. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks a lot, guys. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey. Bye.
Well, that's
Gosh, I love her
great.
accent.
Gravy
It's just
everywhere.
one thing after the other.
That poor girl. That was a night.
Oh my God.
What's your prom fail? 303-691-1649. Phone lines are open. I'll give you a couple that came in on text. This person says, I got food poisoning at dinner. Spent most of my prom in the girls' locker room puking my guts out.
Oh,
My date thought I ghosted her. We broke up the next day.
no.
That one's pretty good. This one, another no name. Looked beautiful, and my stupid prom date showed up in light-up sneakers as a joke. Some people laughed, but then they referred to me as the lighted lover for the rest of the senior year. Even the yearbook labeled me the lighted lover.
There you go.
That's kind of goofy. All right, what are your prom fails? 303-691-1649. Ariana, hi.
Hello.
Hello. So tell us about prom.
Okay, so I am 19 years old, and I've been to 4 proms. I recently went to my 4th one out of high school. It was crazy. But my worst... Yeah, so my school has a policy. If you're under 20, you can still go.
Okay.
Okay.
I was able to go.
Yeah.
All my senior friends.
That's awesome.
My senior boyfriend, too. So it was really cool.
I got to ask you real quick, is it kind of weird, like being out of high school, going back to a high school prom? Do you feel weird?
It is a weird experience, I will say, yes.
Yeah. So I got out of high school and ended up going back to a Dakota Ridge. I think it was a homecoming with a girl because she was a year younger than me, and it was weird.
Yeah.
Even a year out of high school, you're like, man, I'm the old guy here, you know?
Well, and
It was just
homecoming would have been like
strange.
that fall. So you have been out of high school for like 5 months at that
It
point.
was
It's
still
weird.
strange, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you get around a lot. Okay, so tell us about prom then, your fails.
So my junior year, we decided to go to Olive Garden for dinner.
Okay.
The venue was at CU Boulder, but we ended up taking pictures in Target.
Nuh-uh.
In front of the red ball.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No, yes.
Were you in
took
like
pictures at
aisle
a-
11 or what?
Yeah, so there's a little garden table that we took a picture at, but the real kicker was that we took a picture in front of Elsa's castle.
Beautiful. It's like a
And
fairy tale. It's fairy tale themed prom.
Yeah, and then my friend sees a little girl, and then she's like, "We're Disney princesses," like very aggressively.
I mean, yeah, kind of. Like
Very
No,
aggressively.
I'm a princess.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it was really funny to see the dad's like look on his face of like the
bet.
judgment.
Well, yeah, why are we here?
Obviously.
Why are we in Target?
That's awesome. Are
That's
you
good.
planning on going to a 6th prom?
I recently just went to one last week
Okay.
with so it's the last one I technically can attend because they don't let anybody over 19. So is my
Yeah.
last one.
Because at some point it is going to get kind of creepy if you keep showing up to these high school
Yeah.
proms.
Hey guys, I'm
You
back.
need to get an older boyfriend immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
She's like, maybe,
We'll
maybe
let
my
it
not.
go.
It's
brother's
fine.
personal.
It's all right. We'll let it
It's
go.
all good. It's
You
all good.
you are charming. You are delightful, and thank you for calling this morning.
Thank you. You guys are wonderful. I listen to you every day.
That's very
Thank
kind
you
of
so
you.
much. Yes.
All right, we're gonna let you go. Let you go.
Let you go.
Bye. Little different lyrics.
You're sweet.
Ryan, Rye guy.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's Ryan, everybody. All right, bud. So tell us about your prom.
So this was my junior year prom. I asked this girl that I was not dating, but I asked her to go to prom with me. And lo and behold, we get in. I go to the coat check. I check my coat, and she had a coat. I checked her coat. I turn around. She's gone. And
Wow.
I did not see her again the rest of the night. And I mean, we were in prom for 2 minutes, and she had already ditched me and left.
She couldn't wait to get away from you.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Were you-
So I mean, I paid for dinner. I paid her half of the limo. I was treating her right, and then she just ditched me. And maybe the worst part was that our school does a after prom, like at the school,
Yeah.
to try and keep kids from doing bad stuff.
Doing the
Yeah.
pot weed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that. And so she was supposed to be my ride home
Oh no.
from after prom. So it was like 1 a.m. and I am at my high school asking a bunch of people to see if they would drive me home.
Can you
Mom,
take
can
me
you come
home?
get me?
Oh, Ryan.
Poor Ryan.
Wait,
Was
so I
this
have-
pre-Uber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a little bit before Uber.
I have a question for you.
Huh.
What was her reaction when you asked her to prom? Was she like super into it, or was she like, I guess I'll go?
Well, at the time, I thought she was into it, but looking back, probably not that into it.
Hindsight's
Yeah.
2020,
She's
buddy.
just looking for a free meal and a ride, bud.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure you paid for her prom ticket, which those aren't cheap,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I
It
feel
was
bad
brutal.
for you
Ryan.
now.
I
Like right now, I
know.
feel bad for you.
I do too.
It happens. It happens.
Like
We
I
live
want
and we
to,
learn.
I want to give you a ride somewhere right now because I feel so bad
I
about
want to
it.
take you
I
somewhere.
want to take you somewhere.
Bring you wherever you want to go, Ryan.
I'll be your Uber, Ryan.
There we go.
Thank you, guys.
I'll even wear a prom dress. Why
Okay,
not?
Oh, that's
now it's
hot.
weird,
Alright.
but you know.
Now it's
Getting better.
weird. Now it's weird. Ryan, thanks for the laughs, buddy. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Ryan.
Bye, Ryan.
All right, here's your last
Alright.
call. Last call. I got Robert and Mina, but last call. If you have any prom fails, phone lines 303-691. One mix 303-691-1649. Phone line is open. Let me give you a couple more that came in on text. A couple bats flew into the gym because the gym doors were open because it was so hot. The students screamed pure chaos for about 45 minutes until they got them out. That's what happened at that person's prom. This girl says we did a big dramatic entrance down the staircase at my parents' house, slipped, slid halfway down on my back, scraped it up really bad, tore my dress.
I have one that happened to me.
Jeez, Lou.
We had a prom picture that we wanted to take on a trampoline where everybody kind of did like a jump, like, hey,
Oh,
we're having
yeah.
fun. We bounced a girl on there and she tore her ACL. And she tore her
Oh.
ACL on prom night.
In a prom dress?
In a prom
Oh,
dress,
that
and I'll
poor
never
girl.
forget her shrieks and screaming, and that
Oh,
was
I
on prom
bet.
night, so that was really fun.
Oh.
Really, really fun, yeah.
This person said they gave out glow sticks at the door. One snapped on me that night, got chemical burns all over my wrist.
Oh, those can burn you?
Good God.
Oh,
I
no.
guess. I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
I guess if it's leaking or something, you don't know. Oof. All right, let's do Robert. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning, JKJ.
What's your prom fail?
So my prom fail wasn't necessarily my fault. I blame Mother Nature, but it was my senior year prom, and unfortunately the allergies were really bad that year. And let's just say I looked like Rudolph, and a guy had smoked the pot weed all day long.
With the red eyes. Oh,
The
no.
nose was red.
Red
the
nose.
eyes were bloodshot. I'm just like, I'm here, guys. I'm ready for a night of fun.
Yes,
So you
snot
just
running
looked
down your
high
face.
with the red eyes.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he was on the
Yeah.
pot weed. Robert, you're funny. Is this repeat, Robert?
Yes, it is.
Hey, it's Repeat Robert. All right, we're going to let you go blow your nose. Thanks for calling, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye, Robert.
Funny. Hi, Mina.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We're super dupes. Just reliving prom this morning. So how many years ago was it for you?
The same as you, so like 98.
98.
Okay.
That's right.
All
Back in the
right.
day. Right on. All right, so what happened?
So, I had like my dad used to own a car dealership, and so he had like really, really fancy cars, and my friend was like, oh, dude, I have a prom date for you because I'm Middle Eastern, so my dad was like, there's no way you're going to prom with a guy. Whatever. Long story short is this guy that wanted to come with me was like, no, you have to take, this Rolls Royce from your dad's lot. If you don't, then I'm not coming. So I called my brother. I was like crying because I was like, Dad's not going to let me go and all this stuff. His best friend came to my door, was like, hey, we're going to prom. He showed up for me and everything. My dad got us a limousine. The limousine started on fire.
What?
So the limousine starts on fire. The poor driver doesn't speak English. He had no idea what to do. So we're stuck in a King Soopers parking lot. I'm like almost in tears. And then we finally, my grandparents lived pretty close. So I called my mom and I was like, hey, because, at the time limos had a phone in the car. So I was like, can I come and borrow grandma's car? So we got my grandma's car. And what happened is after dinner and everything, we walk into prom, or he opens up my door, and my dress snaps. And I am big-breasted. And wow, my brother's best friend got to see everything. And the kicker
He saw your
is-
breastises?
Memorable prom for
He's
him.
he's going to call in next week on the
I
best
know.
prom stories ever.
This one time.
Right. The kicker is my brother and him are still best friends. We're still good. So he said this story to my husband on our wedding video.
I saw him first.
I saw him
I
first.
love it.
I saw him first, exactly. So there you go.
You
my
win.
gosh.
You win. Like,
Yeah,
this has been
that's-
the best call.
This is pretty good.
The limo was on fire and you're flashing your boobs. to
Yeah.
everybody.
I mean, like
Nina.
flames, not just like a small fire, like bam, blowing up
flames.
fire. Yeah, it was awesome.
It was probably like
Oh
a
gosh.
91 Buick limo or something.
Yeah.
Literally like the old school.
Yes,
Oh,
old
yeah,
school
it was
creepy
bad.
limo. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Mina, I love this call.
This is a good one.
So
Well,
good.
I'm glad I could make your guys' Monday better.
Her
You
pain
did.
is our
you
gain.
sure did, Mina.
Send pics. All right, send some
Okay,
pics.
no.
You have a good Monday.
Jeremy.
Bye,
Bye,
Mina.
guys.
Send pics.
Bye,
Bye.
Mina.
Of the
What?
fire.
I just want to see
of
pictures of the fire.
The
Uh-huh.
fire.
All right. Am I going to Ellie here?
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Ellie.
Hi.
Hey.
Morning.
So what
Good
happened?
morning.
Good morning. What happened with prom?
Oh, I have a crazy saga.
Oh,
So
Saga.
let's go.
That's why. Yeah.
it is a saga. So I went to school in rural Montana, and I had a date. And at the end of prom, he decided that he wanted to go camping, and he wanted me to go camping with him. And so he made me call my parents, and of course my parents were like, "Are you insane? You're not going camping at the spur of the moment."
Yeah.
So I had to instead drive home with another guy and his prom date, which I'm sure is exactly what they wanted. because like they ditched me to go camping. So we drive out to his date's house, and he drops his date off in Kyla, Montana, which is in the middle of nowhere. And she had this long driveway, and by the time that we got back to the end of her driveway, we couldn't remember if we had turned left or right into her driveway. And this is back before GPS and all that.
It's a long driveway.
So we decided to go right, which was the wrong decision.
That was wrong.
Of course
okay.
it
No.
is.
Right
Of course
was
it was.
not right.
So where'd you end up?
At this point, it's already like midnight, right? So we end up driving 45 minutes in the wrong direction out further into the middle of nowhere. And I got to set the scene. This guy was a creative type guy, so he had a brown vintage tux on. He had a 1970 Cadillac.
Oh,
Awesome.
With
I'm
the
loving
license plate that said Zappa. It was the Zappa mobile.
Like Frank
love
Zappa.
it.
That's
I
funny.
love it.
Gosh.
And I'm wearing my little dress and had no idea how to do my makeup. So my face is completely white because I had no idea how to do
Yeah.
makeup at the time.
Neck and
And
face
we're
are
driving
different
in
colors.
the middle of nowhere, and it's like It's like straight out of a horror movie where you see like the creepy little phone booth with the one little like light over it in the middle of nowhere.
And it's flickering.
And we're just waiting for like ghosts to pop out from anywhere at any time. And so finally we realize when we see a sign for Eureka, Montana, that we went the wrong way. So we turn around and we start
then
driving
what
back
happened?
the other direction. And there's fog everywhere.
Oh, boy.
And the moment we hit the fog, all the lights in the car go out.
Oh, my God.
The lights outside the car, the lights inside the car start going out.
Okay.
And so we're freaking out, like, teenagers in
And
the
then
middle
what
of nowhere.
happened?
So then we're driving. Every time we hit fog, the lights keep going out. Lights keep going out. We finally see another car coming the other direction, and it sees our lights going on and off and on and off. And it pulls over. It slows down and pulls over. We slow down and we pull over and we roll down our windows and we're terrified and we say,
"Is this the
way back?"
And there was a guy with a hook. He had a hook for a hand.
They think we're the ghosts, and they just speed off as fast as they can.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, what a night, Ellie. What a night. You had me at the brown tux, though.
I know, right? Well, in the Cadillac, the 77.
Caddy.
I mean, that was solid.
So
you made it home, though? Everything was okay?
Everything good?
Oh,
thank
gosh.
God. Thank God.
Oh my gosh! Jeez.
Terrifying, though.
Ellie, thank you for the very good, very long story.
Thank you, Ellie.
Have a good Monday.
Bye.
Bye. And then what happened? All right, let's do one more. Heather.
Hey.
Tell me your story's
morning.
not as long as Ellie's.
That's a good story, though.
It's a quick one? Okay, what happened on prom?
Yeah. Just towards the end of the night, we're all dancing and getting tired, and a good song comes on, and as we're dancing, this girl who's like directly in front of me falls to the ground and just screams bloody murder. But when she fell, like her leg did this weird thing because her knee popped out of place.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Jeez.
It was quite horrific.
No Macarena for her.
So she went all out.
No limbo for her.
That's probably a scream you'll never forget, too.
No,
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's
gross.
It's terrible.
Oh my gosh.
But you kept dancing. You were fine,
Hey,
right?
you were fine.
Like, whatever.
Cutting the rug.
Sucks to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Heather, thank you for calling.
Have a good day.
See
Bye,
ya.
Heather.
Poor
She was
girl.
so straightforward. Yeah, blew out her knee.
Yeah, whatever.
But
Not my problem. I look fine in my dress. Thank you, everybody who called in this morning. All the texts are still coming in. The prom fails, absolutely fantastic. Love this kind of stuff. If you want to see our prom pictures, we did post them on both our social pages, Facebook and Instagram. Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Facebook. Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Instagram. You can go on there and like it and make fun of us all you want. Coming up, a trending report. We'll get you updated on everything that's going on here locally. Right now, it's traffic time. Streaming live on YouTube if you want to see what's going on a fun Monday with JKJ. Just search Mix 100 Denver on YouTube. It's brought to you by our good friends at Safeway. And make sure that you download the Mix 100 Denver app and get it on your phone and tablet so you can listen to the radio station wherever you are. Especially if you're a mom, we've got the Mix 100 Diamond Dive going on. We're still looking for one mom this morning to qualify for the $10,000 ring giveaway. Don't call now. You got to wait and listen for a cue to call and be caller 10, and you'll be in the running to win this $10,000 diamond ring that we are hiding inside a 10-foot by 10-foot Safeway cake. And you're going to be diving into that cake at Winter Circle Entertainment Center in Longmont this Saturday to try to find it. We are so excited for this. Woo! Woo! Over the past 2 weeks, we're getting 30 moms qualified, and good news, if you show up at Winter Circle Entertainment Center this Saturday around noon, we're going to get 5 more moms registered there.
Yeah.
To get in the cake. And heck, if you're just up that way, come by and say hi. Watch the event.
It's going to be
How
so
often
much fun.
do you get to see 35 women dive into a cake?
To look for a diamond ring.
Right?
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
It's like an epic bachelor party right
Yeah.
there.
Love it.
I don't care what you've got going on Saturday. This
Yeah,
is
come
better.
see us, and then you can hang out with us for a little bit.
It will be the highlight of your weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, whether
It
you
will.
partake or just watch, it's going to be really good.
It'll be a lot of fun. So all the details can be found mix100.com. And, of course, it's powered by Rocky Mountain Custom Jewelry. We're actually going over there today to say hi to those guys. Safeway and Winter Circle Entertainment Center. So good luck to all the mama bears out there.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind of fun, you guys. Get some good video, I'll tell you that much. Well, it's time for a trending report. What's going on this morning? Heads up, Skype is shutting down today, I believe. Microsoft is shutting it down. Bye-bye, Skype. Gone forever. They're making everybody switch over to Microsoft Teams if you need to do any sort of video conferencing.
So when did that start?
Video conferencing. What do you mean?
When did Skype start? Because I think that was the first real video call. Yeah, 2003.
Yeah, it
was
was.
when
It's been
Skype
that
started.
long.
It's been
I mean,
that long.
It was so neat when it came out, too, because everyone was like, oh, like a Jetsons phone. That's what
Yes,
it is, you know?
yes.
Like, it was the first time we could see people while we were talking on the phone.
I remember
it.
we did it with our
magic.
grandparents, and they were like, I love this snipe thing. And we were like, no, it's a Skype.
Stop it, Grandpappy.
Stop.
Stop it.
All right.
Is it on? Is it on? Lady Gaga had a concert over the weekend in Brazil. 2.1 million fans attended this concert.
Yep.
Think about that. I mean, 1 million fans were downtown for the Broncos Super Bowl parade and all that.
Yeah, so
double
times
that.
two. I imagine
That's roughly double.
I imagine a lot of Coloradans were there, though, because her tour is not making a stop here in the Centennial State. So a lot of people are bummed about that. Maybe they made the trip over there, and that's
Maybe.
It's a lot of
all
money
the
to go see
Colorado people
From the
Gaga.
Centennial State.
Yes.
Very nice. Well done. From these
I know stuff.
Yeah,
I know stuff.
Really good. Check out this crazy story that's making the rounds this morning. I feel bad for all the female realtors in Florida. There's a big warning going out right now that this guy is booking showings and then trying to touch their feet when he's at the showings. He's
I
a
should
foot
not
guy. Don't laugh, Katie.
I know. I feel bad. I
Whoa,
feel
Katie.
bad.
This is a creeper party of one.
Nobody should unwillingly touch your feet.
Don't
but
suck on my toes.
what a weird
Stop
thing
it.
for a guy to go out of his way to do.
Listen to this. Oh my God.
What?
That is alarming.
Wow.
What a creeper.
He's trying to unbuckle the shoe for an ant?
No, he's trying to get to her feet to
Yes,
suck
I
on
know,
her.
but he's trying to. That's his excuse. Is there's a stupid ant on her
That
foot?
was
That's
his
the
excuse.
Yeah.
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That is a dumb
I got
way to
her.
get-
She's like, where? Next thing you know, he's got these little piggies in his mouth.
What a creep.
I don't get that. I don't get that fetish. I never will. I
Ask
don't
Quentin
understand
Tarantino.
it. I don't get it. I really
fan.
don't. Katie, you ever had a guy suck on your feet?
No, thank goodness. Like,
Yeah, so
I'm not into that
that's
stuff
horrible.
either, though. I don't like guys' feet. I don't like my feet.
I'm
I don't
very
think-
self-conscious about my feet.
I am
I don't like it
too.
because I got
am
webbed
too.
toes, and I don't like people looking at them or touching them at all. That ain't my thing.
Well, what else we got,
Okay.
Katie?
I know we're all just like, ugh.
Feet.
Okay. Let's talk about the Denver Nuggets. They've got game 1 against the OKC Thunder tonight in Oklahoma City. So that's going to tip off at 7:30. And hey, if the Nuggets play anything like they did in game 7 against the Clippers, let's go Nuggets. I'm very excited for this game 1. Also excited for the World Beer Cup 2025 because 16 Colorado breweries won awards. Yay!
Hey.
So this concluded Thursday in Indianapolis, and it's pretty much the Olympics of beer. So in total, 21 beers from 16 Colorado breweries received gold, silver, and bronze medals in several categories. So we want to give
Like what?
Well, we want to give a shout out to the gold medal winners. So there was quite a few of that: Verboten Brewing, Cellar West, New Terrain, Mash Lab, Blue Moon, and Avery Brewing. So all of those companies taking home gold. But the way they judge is pretty much the kind of beer. So you have the Pilsner Ale category, you have the IPA category, you have the Golden Lager category. So each different type of beer goes up for an award. And yeah, it looks like Colorado coming out strong, as we do every year.
We know beer. We sure do.
We have a pretty strong showing in the World Beer Cup.
Bunch of
each
drunks.
And every year. Well, we like to make our own beer. We're
Bunch
like,
of
you know
drunks.
what? We can do that better with mountain water. That's the way we look at it,
Heck
I
yeah.
think. So, yeah, good look on Colorado right there.
I'd like to go to the New Terrain Brewing Company. I've just sent a message to one of our sales guys that said, hey, line something up. I want a happy hour here because it's up in the Golden area. We're due to get up to Golden.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that pans out. But it's a great looking brewery
I'd
out there.
love
So
to go.
we'll see.
Yeah, the breweries are neat because not only do you get to see how the product's made, there's always a story behind it. There's always a story where those people wanted to dedicate their life to that specific calling. So I love
Well, I
hearing
like
about
getting
it.
drunk and want to make my
No,
own.
And I like having a beard and a flat-brimmed hat.
There you go.
there
And
And I
is.
decided to make beer.
Hey, what's that
What?
brewery out in Golden that does the gluten-free beer that
Holidaily.
we love?
Holidaily.
Her story behind why
Yeah.
she started that brewery is fabulous. So that's what I'm saying is I just love hearing the local stories. And yeah, good luck on Colorado there for the World Beer Cup. Also, Rocky Mountain National Park, they're going to have their timed entry permits released now. So you do have to have a permit to go and hike Rocky Mountain National Park starting May 23rd. That's going to go through October 13th. It's just $2 to get these permits, but it's for a good reason. They need to make sure that the people who are out there hiking, that they disperse it. So it's like windows of when you can go hike. You'll buy a time, and then that window's good for 2 hours for you to start your hike, and then you can be up there as long as you want. There's no
So I can have a
limit.
sandwich at some point?
You
They
can.
don't
You
like
can
kick me out?
Stop and have a sandwich, some protein nuts, whatever you've got. Like, they're more than willing to let you stop. But,
Protein nuts.
Well, yeah, the protein packed nuts. That's what you want while you're hiking.
That's a good one.
That's
Yeah.
what you want while you're
Legumes,
hiking.
yeah.
But
That was
go
my
to-
nickname in high school.
Was it legumes?
What's up, protein
No,
nuts?
protein nuts.
No, protein
Oh,
nuts.
you're probably very popular. Okay, so recreation.gov is where you want to go.
This
to
makes
get
me
your
not
permit.
want to go to this park.
It is. It's true.
All that does is scream,
yeah.
it's too busy.
But that might help the busyness. That's what I was going to say. It might turn some people off and
Yeah.
help the busyness.
Maybe.
So that way you can have a little bit more room.
You can find me at Chatfield.
Yeah. You can also
Yeah.
go south. Colorado Springs has a lot of really great mountains you can hike. That's where I go because it's a lot less
Yeah.
people-y, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, just
Too many
just a
people-y.
heads up. It's very people-y.
Seven Falls
so
is down there, right?
people-y.
Isn't
Yes,
it? Yeah.
Seven Falls is down there, but Rocky Mountain National Park, that's pretty much where everybody goes to hike. So they've got to do something to make
People-y for days.
It's people-y up there.
Ugh, they should call it the People-y Pass.
They should. Colorado's people.
I'll just stick with
Get
the
yours
pass.
now.
Pass.
Get yours now. This story coming out of Denver is crazy. So there was a dog. We don't know the dog's name. We do know that she's a female, but she escaped from a pet sitter over the weekend, right? So the owner's on a trip, and so this dog that's being pet sat gets out, and the poor pet sitter can't find it, puts on all this stuff on social media. You know where they find it?
They found it at a brewery.
Just finishing up a
Hearing
hike.
the life story from a guy with a
Yeah.
beard and a flat-brimmed hat on why he started brewing beer.
It was a gluten gluten-free brewery too. No, it was off of a little
So that's a no?
I-25. No, it wasn't. Off of 6th Avenue and I-25, that little ledge right there. They found the dog 20 feet up in the air on a ledge, scared out of its mind.
Was
so they
it
had to get
contemplating, or
I
what's the
don't
deal?
know.
That's usually where I end up after a brewery, about 7 beers.
They say that, when dogs are scared, you can see it in their eyes.
They
'cause
get up
they're
on a
all
ledge?
Big. Well, they're scared when they're up on those ledges.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I can see it in its eyes that this dog recognized it was too high up.
In the story, that's what they said. Okay,
Ruh-roh.
I'm just saying what the story
I
says.
made a horrible mistake.
Good news is cops were able to get this
Talk
dog
him down?
talk her down, and they were able to get her off that ledge, and she is just fine. So
Well,
the
good.
doggy
Well,
is just
good.
fine.
I'm glad this was a happy ending to the story.
Those people probably are going to need a new pet sitter, though, because they probably won't let them sit
Oh,
again.
that poor. It's not the sitter's
I
fault.
know. Well,
little
you never
buddy.
know. You never know. I've never lost a dog. Well, I was pet sitting.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
You'd
just
pet
saying.
sit slow dogs then,
Yes,
I guess.
I know, right?
Don't you
That's
pet sit a
right.
blind dog?
I
Like
do.
a
blind
You know
deaf
what?
dog, that's
It's deaf.
why.
We don't have to talk about that. Blind dog.
She's trying to sound all noble, but the
I
dog
know.
she watches is blind and deaf.
It sits on the TV and watches
just
the
lays
couch,
on the
Katie.
floor.
Come on.
Oh, still. I
It
don't
stares
lose it.
at the wall the
And
entire
guess
time
what?
you're watching.
Beautiful
That dog
sunrise.
is there when those owners come home.
Yeah, you're right.
So, just
It didn't
saying.
even know they left.
I'm just saying. All right. How about this last story? Because this is pretty great. So, there was an accident northbound I-25 at 23rd Avenue, right? So, a rollover crash. So, they had police on scene as well as firefighters. The place was very active for first responders when all of a sudden a 38-year-old man who was drunk came along and ran into the fire truck. This drunk
Lord.
man should not have been driving.
That's his story and how he should start a brewery. That's his backstory.
And I called it
Let's find an old
Fire
warehouse.
Truck
Calls
beer.
it, yeah.
Let's find
Big
it
red
in-
beer. There we go.
We'll find an old warehouse in Golden and start it up.
Red Engine beer. Well, it's funny because after he did that, he thought he was so slick. Homie gets out of his car, walks up to the firefighters and was like, I don't know what happened. Can somebody please give me a ride home?
Ossifer, that truck came out of nowhere.
He actually asked the cops and the firefighters for a ride home after he drunkenly sideswiped the fire engine.
Good God.
You guys are probably sober, right?
I know. How funny is
Good
that? You know what they
God.
did,
Yeah,
though, is they
hilarious.
arrested him and gave him a ride to the police station.
I bet they did.
Yeah, so anyway, just be
I
careful.
would have turned
And
the fire hose on him.
they actually released this story to highlight the importance of being aware when it comes to emergency vehicles.
Obviously,
Move
yeah.
over.
And don't drink and drive,
Please
maybe.
don't
Drink
be
and
drunk.
drive.
Please don't be
Jeez.
drunk when you're driving out there. So
Please be
anyway.
sober and move over. Don't be drunk and hit a fire
There
truck.
we go. That's what's up, right?
Engine
But anyway.
ale. That'd be a good one.
Engine
Oh,
ale.
there
I
it
think he should go
is.
into
Fire
non-alcoholic brewing, though. That's what he should
Probably.
do. Yeah, non-alcoholic.
But engine ale, I like.
Engine
that's
ale.
The
They could have all
winner
sorts
right
of firefighter themed, beers because they always have the silly names too.
Yeah.
Where my hose at?
Oh, I was like Shoots and Ladders or something like that.
Shoots and ladders.
Shoots and ladders. would
Shoots
be
and
good.
ladders. Where's my hose at?
It comes with a free sobriety checkpoint.
Yeah, you get the free breathalyzer with every beer.
Love it. Well, there you go. You're up to date on everything that is trending this morning. We took it very seriously.
Every time we do.
Very good stuff, Katie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See what's going on with traffic. Yep, now's the time. Call us, moms. This is for moms for Mother's Day. If you'd like to dive into this giant cake that we're bringing up to Winner's Circle Entertainment Center in Longmont this Saturday, and look for a $10,000 diamond ring from Rocky Mountain Custom Jewelry, now's your chance to call, moms. Let's get you qualified. I need caller 10 right now. 303-6911-MIX, 303-691-1649 to get qualified. We'll even give you a $25 Safeway gift card that you can pick up at the event before you dive into that big old Safeway cake. How about that? It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a heck of a time. And if you're a mom looking for a $10,000 diamond ring and want to play along, call her 10 right now. 303-6911-MIX, 303-691-1649. Let's get you qualified for Mix 100's Diamond Dive with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh at Denver's Mix 100.
So good.
Denver's best music, Mix 100 with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh in the morning. Getting all those moms qualified for the Mix 100 Diamond Dive. And this time around, it was sweet Lana. Hi, Mama Lana.
Oh, Mama Lana.
Mama Lana.
I like that.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Well, we're super dupes, but I can't wait to see you and meet you on Saturday. And you're going to be diving into this cake to search for a $10,000 diamond ring.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Yeah!
Exciting.
What are you going to wear?
Oh my gosh, I have to go and check my closet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something that you can get cake all
cute.
up in.
Something cute.
So
No.
cute. No,
You
you're
wanna
gonna
show
ruin.
it,
You're gonna
but
ruin your
still.
pants.
Yeah. You're doing it for the gram. It's all good.
Well, you're super sweet. Let's have some fun on Saturday, okay? So it's up there at the Winter Circle Entertainment Center in Longmont. The ring is from Rocky Mountain Custom Jewelry, and the cake is from Safeway, and you're going to be all up in it, girlfriend.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you,
welcome
Lana.
so much. Josh has already talked to you, Lana, so you can go hang out and enjoy the rest of your day. You guys stoked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Getting
me
closer
too.
and closer. Do we find out?
Cake is fun.
Do we get a cake like that we get to eat as well? Because I know I've talked about it a few times. I'm hoping somebody
You're
just
just hoping
remembers
Safeway does
that.
it out of the kindness of their heart.
No.
Yeah,
no, we are
'cause
not.
Don't think
They
so.
have such good cake, so I'm like, I just
do.
really like some. Since we've been talking about cake, this
We'll
whole
get you some
time.
cake, Katie.
Okay.
We'll get you a
All
cake.
right.
Josh,
Piece of-
Josh and I are going to go up there and actually work our butts off.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then I can eat cake.
Yep.
This
And
is
you
how
can-
it should
you
work.
can just sit there and eat cake, and we'll
There we
mingle
go.
with the fans.
You're
and,
welcome.
Okay.
Take videos
Thanks,
and
guys.
do some call-ins on the air. And
Well,
you
this
just
is for moms.
sit
I'm
over
a
there
mom,
and eat
so
some cake. It's
you know,
fine. We'll take care of
just-
all the work. No big deal.
Good.
No
Okay,
biggie.
I'm glad you know your role.
She's like, fine.
He's like, yep.
Yeah.
Fine. Hey, speaking of cake, I do have a Fat America for you.
Woo.
There's a menu hack at Mickey D's where your Sprite can taste like cotton candy if you want. So you get there, you get in the drive-thru, and you say, give me a Sprite. Make it a large. And while you're at it, add 3 pumps of French vanilla syrup to it. Now,
Okay.
you pull up and then you taste it. You're like, oh my God, that's a cotton candy Sprite.
Yeah, I could see that. I
There's
could
your menu hack.
Absolutely
Well, that
see how
Sprite,
that's possible.
I mean, that McDonald's Sprite is like world famous.
It's
Like
the
that
best.
thing cures blindness. Like it
So
is
good.
It's insane.
That's a
how
mighty bold statement.
powerful. That's what they say. They're like, dude, it
Yeah.
cured
That's
my
what they
cold,
say?
It cured my. Yeah, I can see now.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I can
wild.
walk again.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Don't be
They say it's
ridiculous.
that powerful, man. It's
Huh.
crazy.
It's at least that good, though.
It's that
Well-
It
good,
is
for sure.
so tasty.
Apparently, when you put a couple squirts of French vanilla in there, it tastes like cotton candy.
Sounds
so.
yummy. I would try it. It sounds very sugary,
Yes.
but I'd try it.
Up
And then
that
you-
Sprite
And then you do
game.
what? You go. Everybody do that.
Well, by God,
By
that
God,
tastes
that's-
like cotton candy.
I feel like I'm at the carnival.
Right? What is that, vanilla?
I feel like I'm at the stock show. How about this? This kind of goes hand in hand with that. 1 in 4 people would tell their coworker that their breath stinks. They surveyed like 2,000 people. And a good handful of them said, yeah, I would tell my coworker if their breath was stanky.
I'll be honest. I feel like I could tell you. I don't know if I'd tell Katie.
Likewise, I would tell you I wouldn't tell
Why?
Katie.
Because I feel
You
like
get
Jared would just be
angry.
like, bro, you smell like butt.
Yeah.
And he'd be
Not
fine. He'd be like, okay,
fair.
let me go get
Like,
a
you
mint
gotta go
or
brush your
something.
teeth. You
But if I said,
stink.
oh, Katie, you smell horrible, like as a woman, I'd feel terrible telling you that.
I guess so.
You
I
know?
might get a little aggressive. When you said it just now, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, see?
But I try to follow the rule of thumb. My mom always said that if somebody can change something about themselves, that, like if their zipper's down, you
Okay.
tell them that, like, bad breath, I'm sure they could grab some gum.
I think
If
that's
it's
where I'd be
something-
like, I have gum. Katie, do you want
you
a
want
piece?
some gum.
That's what I
Yeah,
would-
exactly. Like
Yeah.
if they have a stain
The
on
old
their
do you want a
shirt.
piece trick.
Yes.
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Going
so
to
I
that
wouldn't
route.
tell Katie. I wouldn't. Or
Thanks,
I would tell
guys.
Josh.
Thank you.
But the one that we really need to pull to the side, Big Rob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does he have bad breath?
Just saying.
Wow.
That's it. We're out of here. It's Jeremy, Katy, Josh with Denver's best music mix 100. We are going to zip out of here and go see the crew at Rocky Mountain Custom Jewelry. We're going to go take a look at this ring that we're giving away for Diamond Dive. We'll post a little video, give you guys a sneak peek later this afternoon on our socials of what this ring looks like. It's a banger. It's a big fat rock.
Huge.
It's a huge rock. So we're going to go get some video, and I might try it on. We'll see.
Don't get it stuck. Could you imagine?
You're going to need to resize this just a little bit. Katy, you want to try it on?
Yeah, sure.
You should.
I mean,
Don't
yeah.
walk out.
I'll
Don't walk out of the
propose to you.
store. Should we do that? Can
Katy,
I
will
propose
you?
to you?
Won't be the first time. It
I've
doesn't
already
mean
proposed
anything.
to you.
I
I already
know.
did it. I'm going to do it again.
We should not tell the other people in the store and like get down on a knee and propose.
I'll do it.
There.
Oh my
I'll do it. I
gosh.
have no shame.
You guys
I have
are
no shame.
crazy.
Don't say no, Katy. Don't say no to me.
And then I'll pretend like I'm an ex. No!
I object. What are you doing here?
All right, there you go. Be aware, Rocky Mountain Custom Jewelry. We'll be buying
Coming
a few.
in hot.
Coming in hot. All right, we're going to get out of here. I do have one final story for you. A lot of us admire those firefighters in the calendars, right?
Yes.
Right, Katy? I think they just had one of those calendar events over the weekend.
Yeah,
actually.
I think they did.
How about this guy, UK man James Brown, accused of setting his own house on fire just to see the firefighters at work.
Wow.
Yeah, they were dispatched to this house because a fire was reported. About 90 minutes after it was extinguished, this guy called in another fire. Officials began to suspect that the flames were started intentionally. They did a little background check on this guy, and yeah, he had called the fire department 80 times in 1 year.
What?
Eventually pled guilty to arson. But it sounds like if you dig a little deeper, he just kind of had a thing for all the firefighters.
That's so funny. And also, that doesn't work. Good to know.
No.
Yeah, that does not
Good to
work.
know.
Oh no, another fire. Oh. Hello, Katy.
Please help me.
That's it. We're out of here. Have a great Monday. We'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning. We are Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Denver's Mix 100.
See ya.
Bye.